So, okay.
It's not gonna work with my story.
I can't make things work. I can't
Yeah,
change
dude,
rules.
totally. I can't wait to be in Napoleonic France. Tubular.
You're just gonna be like Bill of
Call
Bill
me
and
Chet,
Ted.
bruh.
I mean, I did want to have a skateboard.
You know,
But
at this point, I'm not gonna say no.
Like, what if
Yes.
it was you got some wood, right?
Uh-huh.
And you put some wheels. They had wheels in Napoleonic time. You could make a skateboard.
yeah, I don't want to
Who's-
like
don't let any-
detract from this reality. You know what I mean?
They had like little scooters.
It's just not the same thing. I could, if I was Scottish, I could have a Scott board.
Hi.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Wow,
pretty good.
That's
Could be made
we
out
are
of.
45 seconds in. First pun down.
Okay.
Many puns to go.
Hey, how long is this normally?
We usually go an hour and a half,
Oh, okay.
thereabouts.
That's
Not-
manageable.
Normal amount of time, or until everyone's dead, which is
Of
pretty
course.
quick in this game.
Right.
Could I do the? I had the. I guess. Did I do the Luna Rita? Yeah.
Angel Bravo.
Thank you. All right. Okay, so I believe that has given us ample time in order for our stream connection to actually be
Look
stable
at that.
and for us to be live. I
Cool.
don't
Feel
know because
comfortable.
the Twitch app sucks balls. But hi, everybody. Welcome
We'll never
to
get our
Twitch
sponsors
Your Own
that way.
Adventure. No, we will not.
Okay.
If this were YouTube, we would have been demonetized right then and there. So, yeah, welcome to Twitch Your Own Adventure. My name is Tyler. I'm your GM and host. Today we are joined by our forever mainstay, Charlie. How you doing, Chuck?
Hello.
And we're also joined by
terribly.
Melanie.
Hi.
And our very special guest this week is Caleb. Hi,
Hey.
Caleb.
What
How
a-
you doing?
What a
I'm good.
special
Good,
boy.
good.
Yeah.
So,
Special
Caleb,
boy.
you've played RPGs before, right?
Yeah, I have.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
What's your kind of experience with RPGs? Like, what kind of RPGs are you into?
So, I got into one of my little friends in middle school got me into Dungeons and Dragons, and we played that a little bit, and then I sort of fell out of it. And then in college again, I was like, oh, I kind of want to DM. And one of my neighbors who I was friends with had a bunch of books, so I grabbed a bunch of his books and I DM'd a 3.5 campaign, and I played in some other D&D campaigns, and then eventually I started getting really into like the idea of homebrewing stuff. And
concoctions.
my favorite role-playing experience that I've had is I made this homebrew system, and I ran this big campaign of it, and it was a lot of fun. But I played a little bit. I played like some Call of Cthulhu.
Ready.
Not too many different actual real systems, but a lot of homebrew stuff.
Cool. Well,
Couldn't
this is
hack it in the
going to
real
be-
system, so you had to make up your own. Don't worry,
Yeah.
we did too.
we know how that goes.
Too many numbers in real
Yeah.
games.
Well, awesome. Well, I hope you have a good time playing this system. Have you played? You haven't. You just said you didn't have play a lot of systems.
With
Are you?
Fatal? Are you aware of?
You know, we're gonna
this
keep
works?
referencing Fatal, and we're never gonna
Can we
talk.
play it? Please, can
yeah,
we play it?
We're never gonna play it. Yeah. So you've never played this
Riley's
game,
just
this type
really
of game
into
before,
it and
right?
really
Have you
wants to
played? Have you
play
played Dread?
I've not played Dread, but I know what it is.
There we go. Got that cred in there. But
Yeah.
yeah, so this
That
is like
Dread
Dread cred. Nice. So this is like Dread, except it's using a deck of cards instead of that Jenga board up there. Yeah. So it's if you draw the cards in order to do the checks. There's a lot more chance and a lot more suspense in that way instead of the tactile kind of like, oh, I don't want to fuck this up
you
for
have the,
myself.
Like the peeking. And
No,
like,
you don't. There's
No, it's like you're being like,
that's called that's cheating. That's
You know, like when
cheating.
like when you cheat and go
No, like
go
you're gonna
fish.
have to
Yeah.
like open it. You're gonna like pull it up anyway, but like the suspense is like, yeah, you want it to be like, don't pick it up slower. It's not the card I think. I
If-
have not seen the top card. I would like everyone to know that I have not seen the top card.
All right. So
If,
yeah.
if it is the Joker, though, then do you like have a slow death if you have a
You're
slow
like,
reveal? You like get ripped apart
You know, not
slowly.
a bad.
Yeah, I
not
don't
Wow,
a
he's
bad
basically
idea.
doing your job.
He's
at this
basically
point.
right.
Didn't
You know,
even
I'm
have
gonna
to
go.
try.
Yeah, go hang out outside for a
I
while.
have
while you
DM'd
guys-
more than I've played, so
That's
I
true.
don't know, it's
Me
just-
as well, but that's because I started this stupid
Well, it looks
thing.
like you win.
You know, I
You
do.
don't get to play anything fun.
No. Let's see. Before we, I was gonna say before we do our kind of like sponsorship stuff with Rook and Rogue, Chuck, what are you wearing? What's that shirt you got going on?
It's a
Oh, is that Jet Set?
yeah, it's
Ooh.
one of the Rapid 99 girls from Jet Set Radio Future.
Nice. It's
pretty
very-
neat.
I cannot remember the name of the artist. It's a fan art. I bought the T-shirt. It's very cool. I feel bad for not remembering now, but it's really, really good art.
That's fine. That's cool. Jet Set Radio
I was thinking
Future
this
is
was
good.
going to be like a plug, but you're just
No,
asking
no,
about
that
no,
is
you-
literally.
I forgot.
I've never seen that shirt before. And I want to.
It's a new shirt. I got to wear it. can't really wear it to work except for
Yeah,
shirts
no.
with buttons. So
Yeah, no plugs
You
here.
put it-
Not for that.
underneath.
Yeah, and then you could just kind of.
Oh, just kind of show it up.
If
Peek
you
it.
have like
Peek
a
it.
customer who seems interested, you could kind of
You're
like
like,
open the button.
That's what. That's.
why
I
I
mean, that's
wear
what.
only
That's
snap
literally.
shirts.
That is
Yeah.
literally what I do for the JoJo shirt you got me at work here. Like I'll have it like peeking out under my dress shirt, and they're like, "Is that JoJo?"
Is that
And I'm
a
like,
fucking JoJo shirt?
yeah, it is.
Heck
It's
yes, it is.
JoJo's.
Why don't you just
Joshua.
stuff your dollar bills on there?
My name is JoJo.
JoJo. All right.
There are no French people in this game.
Not at all. There's not going to be any funny accents.
Not
This is a
even-
very serious horror game, part of our month of spooky games.
Ooh,
My
I hope
character's
it-
gonna
I
be so
hope it's-
silly.
I hope it's cosmic horror.
Ooh, that is one that Chuck literally said that he did not want anywhere near our RPGs.
Because
is
I'm
cosmic
too
horror.
scared.
What is cosmic?
Like
Cthulhu.
Lovecraftian, Cthulhu.
Oh, like ending the world.
Nyarlathotep. Well, like mostly like gross tentacles and too many eyes and fish people, and also ending the world.
I
Because,
have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Well, the cool
So-
thing about madness is you could die from anything because you could just be like, oh, and then there was an invisible
And then
madness
it's not
thing
scary
behind
anymore
you.
because it
and-
doesn't matter
yeah.
because you're already dead if you're
Eaten
not a
by-
fish person.
eaten by dogs that aren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff does get real creepy.
Yeah, so we are broadcasting live from Rook and Rogue in Bellingham, Washington. We have a couple of specials going on this week.
What are
which
those
you-
specials, Tyler?
Well, you'll be seeing some
gonna-
of them here in a sec, in a little bit once the food comes out. But we have a couple of drinks going on. It's the Luna Rita, which is their regular Muggle Rita, except it has a nice little peach twist to that. Yeah. And I think it says it is sweet and tart, nargles not included. Kind of a little bit of a riff on Luna Lovegood there.
Yeah, it's weird that they would
You
call out
scamps.
something that wasn't in it.
Yeah. Like they
So
said,
that's, you
it's
didn't get the
kinda like
glasses, so you can't tell.
yeah, it's kind of like saying
Yeah,
fish
those-
and chips like no doesn't come
With the bait. Doesn't come with the bait.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm better at this than
You are. You're
Um,
quicker
I-
at this. I had no way. Thank
there
you.
it is.
Oh, speaking of the devil,
Speak of-
this is the
oh.
Luna Rita. It's
Speak
nice.
of the Nargle, please.
Thank you. Speak of the Nargle. It's got a nice pinkish peach color to it. It's very, very good.
That's
I'm
the
gonna
color
take
of
it.
Luna
That looks very
Lovegood.
safe.
It's kind of like my
actually.
arm.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Look,
the
it's
exact
actually
shade
tanner than your arm.
of Caleb's arm. That's pretty
Do
cool.
you want me to hold it up there?
Distilled liquid Caleb. Find in a glass.
Ooh, sweet, nice.
I ordered
just like a
the
margarita.
other beverage.
Oh,
that
yes.
It's just whiskey in a
Yeah,
glass.
yeah. That's
That's their other special.
It's just
you know,
just a glass of whiskey
Yeah,
with
just-
3 ice cubes.
Yes.
Oh, that's what makes it special.
specialty, you
The
know.
3 ice cubes.
They only serve prime number.
Yeah.
Ice
They're
cubes.
shaped like
So your
nargles,
next option is 9.
but you wouldn't know.
No, wait.
yeah.
That's not prime.
Can only be
11.
Prime can only be divided by itself and 1 or something.
And 1 because they're
Yeah.
prime.
It's one
Yeah.
and so
Did you
3
not know what
and
a?
11.
I know. No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Just clarifying.
Yeah. Some of our viewers at home might not know. We're
What
not
is-
all super
What
geniuses.
does like prime meat mean? What does that mean?
prime cut?
Yeah.
And,
So it means it can only be
means-
divided by
yeah,
itself.
by itself
Okay.
and,
And-
the
and
entire cow.
and-
Well, because I know that Metroid Prime is Metroid
only
that
be
can only be
divided
divided by
by-
itself
yeah,
in
by-
one.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's the Metroid
Can we
Prime.
introduce our character?
Yeah, here in a second.
I wanna go last.
We got a couple more.
Oh my
couple more
God,
stuff
are we gonna
to
go through every single one?
Don't
no,
forget
no,
the
just
pesto!
The pesto. We
Oh
have
my
to cover
God.
the pesto.
Don't bang on the table,
because
Melanie.
the
Oh my
pesto
God, I'll
is
never-
the
I won't.
crown jewel of this week's Red Shirt special.
Have I fucked everything
It
up?
comes. Are you? Yeah, you just completely messed everything up.
We have
It's
to
okay
turn it off
though.
and go home now.
I
It's
got really
okay.
nervous.
You're
I
fired,
was
but
like,
it's okay.
Oh no. It's the only thing I
yeah, so
have.
the pesto comes with both pasta and flatbread, and we're gonna see just how delicious that is.
But you have to choose one or the other. It's not. You don't get.
yeah,
them
no,
both.
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't get a
You
flatbread pasta.
Why would you not-
pesto?
Oh, I thought all of a
I
sudden
would
that I might
totally
be
eat
getting.
I would-
flatbread
yeah.
thing with pasta all over
Like
it.
topped in.
Yeah.
Oh man, that actually sounds
Guys,
delicious.
Guys,
It's
guys,
like a
guys.
baked ziti, but
You're
like
welcome. First
with
one's
pesto
free.
and delicious.
Do you know what a
Put my
baked
name on
ziti
it.
is?
Yeah, it's a pizza that has
No,
baked
it's
shit
not.
on it.
That's not baked.
You know
That's
what a
not
big
baked
ZD Prime is?
Baked CD?
Baked ziti.
Baked
It's like
ziti.
It's like a bunch of pasta and sauce and cheese in a pan, and then you bake it.
Yeah,
Yo,
and
but
there's
weird.
baked ziti pizza.
But that would be a baked ziti pizza. That wouldn't be baked ziti itself. Baked ziti itself has no pizza.
I don't know. Have you
included.
had baked ziti before?
No, but yes, I
Have you-
had it
I
for my
don't-
birthday every year until I was like 17.
Oh, hold on. We got to do a little bit of mansplaining on this before we continue.
Yeah, I think
so
it's
baked
important.
ziti
So, yeah.
can be on pizza.
Can be. If it's
Yeah.
a baked CD pizza.
If it is a baked ziti pizza. So
Seeing
and-
as I
and-
just read about it on Wikipedia 5 seconds ago, I think I know a thing or two about.
He's right.
baked ziti.
So this is basically what we do on the stream. We
Shout
you
down
know,
Melanie for being
yep,
wrong.
Shout make Melanie
I'm a
feel
girl, so I'm wrong.
bad. Yep.
Yeah, well,
All right, so let's talk about the game. Let's actually get into it. So I notified these players about 10 minutes prior to the game itself what the storyline was going to be, because about 20 minutes prior I wrote it. So you guys are going to be in Napoleonic France, French countryside, as soldiers on the other side, like fighting against Napoleon.
So we are not French.
No.
Wait,
No.
what's the war? The Napoleonic Wars?
Napoleonic Wars.
And he never fought any Frenchmen.
What?
He never fought any Frenchmen?
No.
Before or after exile?
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
After Napoleon's
Wait,
exile.
No, this is before Napoleon's exile, the height of his power.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is the French fighting the English?
I want to make sure that this is historically accurate.
Oh yeah, no, it has to be. It has to be rooted in reality, or else,
Otherwise, it's not good.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Reality is the scariest thing
It
of all.
is the scariest thing.
That's why we can't do Call of Cthulhu shit.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
real.
Because that's
It's
real
not
and too
real.
scary.
Yeah. So,
Napoleonic.
these guys are going to be on the. You guys are going to be on the English side, the British side. So, either British, like either English, Irish, Scottish, Welsh, if you're feeling it, or maybe even
Ooh,
Prussian,
let's see.
because the Prussians were also present at this whatever that I'm writing. Ooh, looks like we have something coming here. It might be for us. It might not be.
Might not be. Who knows?
To say.
I think I see my thing.
I see
think
my
it's
thing too.
ours,
I think it's ours.
and I'm really excited.
All right, while we're getting food delivered to us, why don't we go over our
So those
burgers for him and pizzas for him.
You got on a little slate.
Thanks, Mariah.
My little
Let
slates.
me find a place to.
Oh, thanks.
So happy. I haven't had
Knocked some
pasta
stuff.
in actually a really long time.
Are you good?
Kind of like
Utensils would be fantastic.
awkward table space, but we're working with it.
Yeah, we're making it work.
My little pizza looks more like a
Tyler
football
is going
than normal.
to try and encroach on your space the entire game. I promise you.
It's probably because I'm the game master and I need a lot of space.
Classic excuse.
Well, actually,
Well,
Well, as soon as I'm done with this little pizza, you can have all the space you want
oh, thank
in
you.
the world.
wow. Why don't you just date Caleb?
Why not?
Because he said thank you to me.
You can scoot the mic all that way if you want while you eat. And if you just want to lean forward when you talk, that's fine too.
Oh. Life hack.
So yeah, I know we just got food and all,
Well-
but let's go around, talk about who we are as characters in this totally delightful sunshine of a game, where nothing bad is going to happen, and it's going to take place in the bright daytime. So let's start with why don't we start with Chuck?
My name is Randall J. Fitchenpard.
Okay.
I'm a pilot.
In
Nope.
Napoleonic. Try again.
I'm a cavalry master.
Okay.
A master of horse.
Ah,
And I disdain master of foot.
is that what you're going to choose?
No, I want to go last.
Okay. All right. So you're
I disdain
think
for the
I might-
master of foot, whoever that might be.
I think
Ah,
I might
okay.
make it through this without having my part stolen. I think this might be the first time.
Well, nothing is
wow.
nothing is as perfect and beautiful as the equestrian war machine.
Ooh, the equine menace. Yes. Very good. Very good. And Caleb, since Melanie elected that she really wants to go last, let's
Right.
why don't you go?
I don't know if I have like a name yet. I guess I'll go with. I don't know how like accurate this is, but my name is Darner McCoy, and I'm
Darner.
Darner. I
love it.
like a swift
dragonfly?
like a dragonfly. That's right. And I am an army scout or a military. I don't know what they.
Army works.
Okay,
Air me.
I'm a scout, and my most prized possession is a spyglass that my mother gave to me, and because she used to be a sailor, you see, and she gave me this spyglass, and it's not up to code in the
Use
military.
I
Very
use my horse to
progressive
knock it out
family.
of his hands.
No.
Because I disdain I'll drop 5 cards.
Well,
for
I'm
it.
sorry. Do you have like a tool or do you have
We
like
haven't started playing
horse.
it.
Do you have a horse?
Once play has begun, you are free to be a dick as much as you like. Anyway,
Oh,
continue.
well, that would be incredibly out of character
for
Darner.
Ah, Darner is a good man.
I like to keep to myself mostly, and I like to look and watch for birds and identify different species of birds.
A gentleman.
A lot of people would think that I would, go for bugs because of my name, but I'm really more of a bird guy.
All right.
That's
Makes
right.
sense.
Darner.
Do a
What?
lot of people think that? Have you encountered a lot of people that I really feel like that guy's
He should
into
be
bugs.
more
That's right.
into the insects.
Now,
He's a
uh,
dragonfly.
Now, I do have a little hunting rifle. That
Ooh.
I'm not normally on the front lines, but sometimes I made a little clip, right, for my spyglass, and sometimes I'll pop the little clip of the spyglass onto the hunting rifle, and it's like an incredibly inaccurate little sniper rifle.
You put a candle on the back of it, and so it's kind of like a laser point, but it's just a candle.
That's
and
right.
a spyglass.
But I've only ever used it to kill a rabbit.
Thank you, Doug.
I was about to cry.
So hungry.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
This is Doug.
Doug, he's our proprietor and basically our god at this point.
More like a life game master.
Yeah, game master of life. I like that. Life master.
To my teammates, I'd like to say, if you ever need to find something off in the distance, then go ahead and holler at Darner.
Excellent.
Right, yes.
Thank you so much, Caleb. That's beautiful. All right, Mel, why don't you tell why don't you tell us about your character?
So go fuck yourself.
Yeah, what he said.
Poppy. Wait, let me do it
Okay,
again.
holy shit.
Poppy
All right.
Popolophagus. I said it in my head so many times. Poppy Popolophagus.
Okay.
Are you Grecian?
So my name is Poppy P. Let's just leave it at the P. And I have a goat. Well, it's just a normal goat. And my name is Poppy P. And I'm a nurse.
Ooh.
I'm a nurse, yes, and I'm very good. I'm a nice lady, and I that's it. There's a nice old lady with a goat, and that's it.
All right, so an old lady nurse with a goat.
Old lady nurse.
And together we are a terrifying
Ooh.
strike force.
Poppy P.
Your nation's elite.
A tactical force the likes of which have never been seen
Yeah.
before or since.
I know you've been retired for the last 15 years, but we need you to do one last job. Poppy P and the gang.
All right, so
I veto this band name.
the gang has been brought together. The pesto pasta is excellent.
Oh
by
my
the
god,
way.
it's so good. I haven't had pasta in a while. I feel like I keep saying that. Really stoked.
You do.
Okay, so let me start our little readathon here, which is not very. Also, I think the notes at the beginning are not accurate, but we'll continue.
Really quick before we start, can we go over the first names of our characters again?
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
I remember Poppy and
Poppy,
of course.
Poppy P.
Randall,
Randallford.
Randallford, Fitchford,
And Darner.
and
Darner.
Darner Dragonfly.
Mackay.
I call him Danger.
The vowel in the last name is ambiguous. Darner Mackay.
When you write it, it's just like it's like a O with a bunch of lines through it.
Yeah,
that's
like
right.
sticking out.
Strike through. It's just a question mark.
Yeah.
Okay, so Randallford, Poppy, Darner. Okay.
Cool. All right, I think we got it
Randall,
all.
what?
Randallford.
Randallford. Oh, Randallford is your first name.
Randallford.
He's been
Fitchburg.
he's been Randy Fitchburg for the
You got
past 3
that
games.
through really well.
All right, so
You just smear it on like.
I'm going to begin to read now. You are soldiers or support in the great army of the coalition, led by Great Britain and dedicated to the removal of Napoleon Bonaparte from the power as French emperor. You have participated in the latest grand battle somewhere in Central Europe, France, somewhere in France. What? No.
I'm excited for this.
It was already
a grand battle.
You have participated in the latest battle somewhere in France, a fight between the combined forces of Britain and Prussia against the imperial soldiers of France. Unfortunately, your side was routed in the confusion of battle. You have been separated from your regiments and are fleeing blindly into the night. Your side fought well, but Napoleon's men fought like rabid dogs, fearless in the face of the enemy. At least, the men in the strange iron masks did. You only caught a glimpse of them, because you are situated far on the flank, but you could have sworn you saw a man leap onto another and tear at him with his bare fingers. You can't worry about that now. For now, you need shelter,
I'm actually very worried about that.
a place to hide from the cold autumn night and the pursuing
Yeah,
French.
can I draw a card to be worried about that?
You know?
Are you risking death to be worried?
Poppy P, I'm a nurse.
Going out of your way to be worried.
So, and to clarify one more time, drawing the Joker results in instant death, right?
It results in your character dying. yeah.
Okay. So, and then we draw cards to do the checks. Okay.
Exactly. All right. So you guys are fleeing. There are like quite a few other like fleeing people with you, soldiers and civilians alike. They're all.
Would it be weird if I ordered 2 of these?
Another one?
Like, I'm not done with this one yet, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel. But
I would
like,
wait. Let it sit.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait for a little bit.
thanks, Chuck.
I'm gonna just,
Grounded.
play devil's advocate. I say go for it.
Just pull that trigger.
Yeah.
So you guys are fleeing together amongst a bunch of wounded people and civilians and other soldiers.
I reached.
yeah.
What's our configuration?
Your configuration. Well, it's kind of more of like a scattered
Sort of
line.
sprawled out.
Yeah. Like everyone's kind of fucking.
I would imagine that you would be like towards the front though, because maybe you're on a horse.
No, I pull my horse. Whoa. Excuse me there, Fanny Ditchford.
Goat, sweet goat, come back here.
And I say, Danger,
Goat runs off.
come close.
And
I
I
grab
gone.
him.
I've lost the goat already.
I hoist him. I assume you're small. You made it sound like you're small.
I'm
Your name's Darner.
I'm a slight little fellow.
Yeah, I mean, if they have you as a scout, right? You'd be
Right.
like a little guy.
Hold on, I love what you guys are doing right now. This character building is great, but my goat just ran off. Can I draw to like have my goat?
You can draw to search
Your
for
goat
it.
is killed by a landmine from the future.
Fuck this game.
Death by anachronism. Do you want to draw?
How many? How many do I have?
3. Just draw 3.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
5.
I don't want to find it.
2.
I
It's
don't
dead
care
now.
anymore.
All
It's
right,
dead.
it's gone. Continue your guys' scene.
I
bud.
can
To go.
I reached.
I was coming up with a bunch of stuff.
I reached down and I grabbed him by. I assume they're wearing suspenders of some description, right?
I have a little
I'm Brian for Caleb.
back
like a
suspender
little
thing.
and I,
Yeah.
you can
I
just-
hoist with my, of course, very, very manly.
I made it.
beefy,
I get the goat.
mustached arms.
I told you to draw 3, so you have to draw 2 more, because you drew a king. A face card means you have to draw an extra card. 1.
Goat's dead.
You find the goat.
Is
It's
it with
dead.
me? No, it's not.
No, it's
it's with
still
me.
alive.
Find the goat's body.
It's limping.
I put the goats. I put the goats
Can I
thing.
dramatically hoist this man under
Yeah.
my horse?
Chuck, why don't you draw 2 cards in order to do that?
Everything is so hard.
Oh, you got an ace of spades.
Is-
That's
is-
not the death, remember.
I keep that.
that
that's
one.
right, yeah. But, if I want to draw something out for someone.
Yeah, you can use that to make someone else draw. That's enough, because that counted.
Right, that does. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So that means that you have you can either force someone else to draw, or make it so that you have make 1 less draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can force them to draw 1 card.
Yeah. Before you place the card down,
It's
you're
like
like,
a buffer.
draw
It's
an
like, nope,
extra
gotta
card.
draw another one.
Yeah.
If I really
He
wanted to fuck
killed
somebody
Melanie
over.
that way the first time we
Yeah, it was
played.
great. I think he went through like 15 cards.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I do hoist him. And I
I'm
put him
glad.
down.
I feel like the death would have been to my character if I'm being improperly hoisted.
I mean, unless he
If
pulls
I fail,
it wrong.
it would be like I think that you're lighter than you are, and he like pulls me off the horse, and I break my neck. Or
yeah,
something.
he lands face first into the mud and
Or you
drowns
don't like
in
it and just shoot me.
Yeah.
You flinch. It's wartime after
So
all.
wait, am I on your horse now, or are
Yeah.
you holding
no,
me?
we're no. I
Okay.
jumping on him. You're sitting
Is
in
he?
front of me.
Hey, sit in front of him. Okay. Like you're kind of like cradling him a little
I'm
bit.
making sure that he's okay. I keep him safe with my big, strong arms.
Also, just for a frame of reference, is this daytime or nighttime?
It's nighttime.
It's nighttime. Okay,
Yeah.
I was imagining nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Night
cool.
has fallen. It's starting to get colder. You know, it's autumn, so it's starting to get pretty chilly outside. You guys continue to walk for a while. Eventually, the
Right.
lines and everyone gets spread. What? No. What?
My mind is going dark places. So
Oh,
it's like-
okay. You're getting ready, getting the mindset of,
Like I'm
of
starting to
horror
think
and
of
despair.
ideas like how do we get warm? I'm thinking skin the goat. Like that's an option that we
crawl
have.
inside the horse,
Like just
like
fucking
you know,
like,
just revenant this stuff.
Yeah.
You saved your goat. You risked death to save it. Keep it alive. Come on.
I mean like until it,
Dandy Ditchford will not be skinned alive for any such purposes or porpoises.
Dandy,
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Dandy Ditchford.
the horse's
Is
name.
the name of the horse.
Okay, Dandy Ditchford.
And I would like to note that my goat is named Ditch Danford.
Original. I like it. I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to remember Dandy Ditchford.
And Ditch Danford.
No.
This is just like when Ja Rule was biting DMX's style.
yeah,
My
it's exactly like
my
that.
spyglass doesn't have a name.
Oh, it's a nameless spyglass.
Aye, that's right.
Good.
I call it the nameless spyglass.
So it has a name.
No,
It doesn't have a name, but that is capitalized when you refer to it.
it's just commonly referred to as that.
It's like nobody says the spyglass. It's like, ah, yes, the name is spyglass. The spyglass. Spyglasses usually have names. It's important to make sure that you.
Like mine's named Janice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yours doesn't have a name. Okay. Specifically the name.
Mandy
of
Litchford, my spyglass.
His spyglass is actually a better
don't play
spyglass because
anymore.
it's like up to code.
Yeah, and it has a name too, but it's not as important. Up to code, but not as important. That's how our life is nowadays. All right. So yeah, in your guys' bantering and in your searching to find the goat, you guys kind of get separated. The mist has begun to settle down on the ground, and fog has begun to roll in. You guys become separated from a large portion of the fleeing people, the routing dudes and dudettes.
I strike my pipe.
You what?
I strike my pipe.
You strike your pipe. All right. You begin to smoke.
Yes.
Darner, your riding companion begins to puff on a pipe behind your head and begins to blow smoke around your face.
You know that
stiff
smoke
upper
isn't
lip
good
there,
for the
chap.
breathing.
No, I'm actually. I can hold my breath for an incredibly long amount of time.
For like 3 minutes.
I used to be a naval scout.
I'm far away, but I'm
to be
like
a naval
violently
seal.
coughing.
Yeah.
I'm
belly
so
button seal.
very sick from the smoke, but I'm they're not even near me. I'm
Yeah.
just so very bad for the breathing.
It's weird that if we're riding a horse, that the smoke would blow forward.
You know,
You
back
would
then they
think
thought that
so.
smoking was
You'd
good
think
for
that'd be
your lungs.
weird, but
Oh, it's
the wind
very
is at your
bad.
back.
It lubes up the lungs.
Oh.
Keeps the esophagus clear.
Actually, I'm pretty sure people back then at that point did think that.
No, they did. They did. I absolutely
yeah.
thought.
All
That
the-
she's a progressive.
All those like 50s Tour de France photos of cyclists like going up hills and then they're like smoking while they're riding and stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, "Whoa, I'm running out of breath here. Gotta smoke more."
I gotta increase my lung capacity.
Yeah, well,
with
it is
smoke.
the addiction. I mean, like if you stop smoking and you are you do kind of need to.
Yeah.
Is that right? Is that
No.
wrong? No, it's not
It's
true. That
super
doesn't
wrong.
happen at this time.
Yep.
And it's absolutely wrong.
So do we need to like? Are we going somewhere or like?
Or-
do
yeah,
we
where are we
find
going? We're just looking
shelter or
for
something?
shelter.
The frick out of
I'm
frick
just
out
like
of heck.
I'm just riding on this horse.
Yeah.
I'm
Done.
keeping my eye out for Stonehenge. I was looking for the Stonehenge.
We are
Not even on the same
the
page.
British Island.
Yeah.
Ancient.
Nope.
And
Different.
I've got 2 of them. I've heard.
In
I've read a
France?
book. I'm illiterate.
There is not one.
I'm
in France.
illiterate.
There are a lot of Roman ruins in France.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Just like in England.
Ooh.
Romehenge.
So
Yeah.
Where's Bronzehenge?
what's around us? I'm just gonna.
Stonehenge.
Can I roll for perception? Can I just look?
Roll for perception. I mean.
Why would you look when you got the best looker in all the kingdom with you?
Yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah.
goat.
Let's
No.
no.
No, Darner.
Goats have the hourglass eye curse. My eyes are pure.
You crossed your eyes when you said that.
Oops, I was looking at the yellow.
No. It's,
The
I
yellow
like
microphone.
you actually like kind of descending into kooky like can't trust the goats. You heard what they say. Ooh.
But Poppy, if you'd like me to scout anything, I'd be happy to do it.
I like you to scout. Could you not in English accent?
Yes, I say.
All right. How,
I'm just
Oh,
switching like
could you-
regions of this
could you,
accent like
Yeah.
every 5
yes,
seconds.
You're feeling it
could
out.
you
I
scout?
get it.
it.
Could you scout all over the land, please?
No, my good man Tanga, I think you should scout. I
Is
think
there
it's-
is there anything in particular that you'd like me to scout for? Shelter, perhaps.
I would yes.
He's a man of means and training.
Yes. Ooh, yes. Let's look for something that's got a roof.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to. I'm gonna search now.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim mostly towards like tree-covered areas
Okay.
because of my knowledge of like keeping the rain out and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So.
All right.
He's
we
got-
interpret
yeah, that's
your
actually
design.
one of his
For a roof
skills
That, like is
Yeah.
not
is-
realistic. As like
yeah.
okay, well let's find tree cover. Got it.
Why don't you? That's a 2-card pull.
A 2-card pull. All right. Let's see.
I hope he dies right now.
Oh,
One.
2.
All right, go. That's good.
And
And
a
4.
okay.
All right, that's all right. So
Easy
you
peasy.
you
So
scat
this is a
around.
very
It's
big
kind of difficult because of the fog that's begun to roll in. However, you do scout around. You do see trees poking over a small hill on the other side of a small hill, and on that, next to those trees, you actually do. Other people wouldn't be able to pick this out from the treetops in the nighttime, but since you have fantastic scouting eyes, like a hawk, I would imagine.
Right.
Or- yeah.
Or
You
a dragonfly.
you spot the steeple, the top of a French church.
Oh.
I am so jolly
Oh,
that I speed on my little legs. I run so fast my wig falls off.
Do we know
Oh,
about
no.
like our churches like bad. You know, the French are our enemies, right?
I've seen Enemy
So-
at the Gates, so I know the churches aren't always good.
Well, I mean, it's
Was
a
that in a
it's
church?
a Catholic church. So I mean, like you can assume as a Catholic
Does
church.
England hate the
because,
Catholics at that point?
Yeah, this is after the schism.
After the
This is
schism.
after the Church of England has been formed.
I would like
Filthy.
Poppy to stop as soon as she realizes that it's a Catholic, like
This-
on her
Whoa,
little old
Catholics.
lady heels.
Yeah.
Um,
Disgusting heathen.
Yep.
But
We-
you
yeah.
can assume that there's
Yeah.
a village around this church. You just can't see any of the buildings yet.
If we're to enter this village that presumably is there, then if people know that we're on the enemy side, they might attack us. We should pose. We should pose as a family or something.
Excellent point, Donna. Excellent point indeed.
Oh, I think. Nope, done. Nope, I don't want to
do
do
you?
it. No, there's not a good bit.
Okay.
There's not a good bit.
There's
Not a
only
good
you guys have come to this agreement. However, there's only one problem. You guys are wearing the jackets and uniform. At least you two, the jackets and uniform of.
I'm
of
a nurse,
British,
so I'm
British
still.
infantry.
I'm,
or
I
British
still look
cavalry.
like a British
Yeah,
nurse. Yeah.
How's my
this
French?
is- I don't know. How is your French?
I don't know.
Okay,
That's what I'm asking.
I guess we'll find out.
Oh.
Wait, I've got a plan.
I'm an educated woman. I do speak a little bit of the French.
Yes, Poppy, you're
You
the
say
only
it
one
like
that can
that?
continue to wear your clothes. So me and what is
Yes,
it,
you should take off
Danders-
all your
Danderson?
clothes,
Dandler?
down to the knickers.
We take off all our clothes.
All of them,
And
yes.
we get
And
wet.
Absolutely.
And we pretend that we're
Randall
recently
J.
baptized.
Dickinson.
Yes, and I'm going to take this knife and I'm going to cut you all up. And then you'll look very injured, and I'm a nurse, so it'll look like I'm taking care of you. And then we'll take a pistol.
We're
and we'll just
already
shoot one of them.
injured. We were just in a war.
In a battle.
Well, I'm fine.
I don't see any other way of getting in there unless we appeal to their senses.
Or their
know, or this-
sensibilities.
I would like you to know
Ooh.
that my wig looked exactly like my normal hair.
It just fell off, and it's just another like.
It's like another, like, just
Just
close-
slightly,
so just
yeah.
The puffy kind of hair,
And
and
then
then
you-
the little bun.
Yeah.
Like
It's
what
like
I
when
have now
Sting
with
takes
gray,
off
but,
his
like-
mask and it's just Sting.
Yeah,
wearing his
yeah,
face paint.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys going to dress yourselves down? Is that what? Okay. Run the plan by me?
Well, let's
one
get
more
the let's get the jackets off, right? Like at the very
My,
least.
my
'cause that's
plan
the,
was to pose as recently baptized people who are nude and covered in water somehow.
time. Oh.
Except
Who
for
would get
Poppy,
baptized
Oh,
who
you
Doing
should
what?
all take off your shoes because they've got UK sizing instead of European sizing.
They don't label sizes back. Come on.
Nice try.
I'm not in a good state today.
Come on.
I'm gonna be
What,
derailing this.
what
one.
was that?
I'm-
What was that?
I
It
don't
was
wear
like
shoes
modern
actually.
logic.
Oh, you're completely.
Right.
You're like a
It's-
hobbit.
He
I s-
prefers to feel the. Yeah, that's a scout thing of the British military.
In
It
fact,
is.
you inspired J.R.R. Tolkien
Yes.
in your Hobbit-esque, look
Ness.
and shoelessness in the future.
His feet are so hairy.
But this hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Yeah.
But presumably I live long enough to be an inspiration.
Who's to say? Maybe
Seven-
you've
seven-
already
seven-
made
seventeen
your
months.
fame.
That's
and
true.
maybe you've
Are we,
already
are we in
been
the
written in books.
17, say 18, 18, 18,
Early 1800s.
early 18. Yeah.
Early
Mid-
mid 18.
early.
No, wait, early around that time.
1831.
All right.
Somewhere around that era.
Did you do Googling for this? Was there
I did.
Briefly.
Actually, not for this one. We played a Napoleonic one like a couple months ago.
Oh. Was I there?
Yes, you were. It was you and Riley, and I was very tired. I had gotten off of my old
We
job.
were Napoleonic.
Yeah, where you guys were had different magic abilities. You were going to kill Napoleon.
Oh. Why are all your games anti-Napoleon? Why can't we? I just want to play as a Frenchman for
You know,
once.
He's English.
next time we'll do pro French.
Okay.
Yeah, I promise.
I mean, I'm mostly German, so I'm cool with hating on the French. But
Yeah, sure.
German and English.
And Irish
I'm just pure English.
and Scottish and yeah. Anyway, we're not talking about our proud European heritage.
Yes.
We're talking.
I'm all
No.
English.
We're here to play.
Noble,
a
totally
game.
traceable bloodlines that we totally know.
So one time I accidentally signed up for a year's
Are you
worth of
going-
Come
Ancestry.com.
on, are we really
I just do want you to know they do actually.
Man,
great?
good
Thanks
to know.
for
Like
that.
a worldwide edition. It was
I
like 80
believe
bucks.
you. I'm still disappointed.
Super
waste
max, and I-
of money.
Oh,
but-
huge waste was absolutely.
All right, so you guys are dressing down into your skivvies.
I think. Are you really?
Well, it's either that or we're going guns blazing, right?
Snacks.
I think this is at the point in time when guns can't blaze. The guns blaze once, and then we wait 2 minutes, and then we...
When the hammer strikes and the blaze echoes.
Yeah,
I take a scalpel or whatever equivalent of a scalpel, and I put it up my like little sleeve thing. You know, they're cinched at the bottom. Put it up my sleeve so that I've got it if I need it. Like,
I thought you were like saying that you were going to cut your wrists with a scalpel.
No.
I was like, why?
No.
I was like, that's interesting. Just kind of like bow out early, but you know.
You know, and I cut my forehead a little bit so I look like I'm really.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
that's where most of the
let's
blood
take
is.
off our colors, the jackets, because
Aye.
I imagine our undercarriages are quite similar.
Right. Well, I take my spyglass and I gently insert it into a satchel.
Okay.
And I prepare a satchel of my spyglass and my rifle to be tossed sort of in a little nook outside the
hang on,
village.
hang
Just
on to
outside the village.
Okay.
No, I don't want to be a threat at all to these people. I want.
Okay.
I'm not afraid we can fret.
Oh, when I think that. Oh,
What do you think?
I don't think anything.
Okay.
okay.
Listen, I just thought it was time for me to chime in.
Just wanted to fill some air
I'm having a
from
weird day.
some
Let's
not
keep
even
going.
dead air. Okay. All right. Yeah. You begin to walk forward. You ditch your colors. You satchel your things, and you crest the small hill. In the moonlight, you see the village basked and in pale silver glow.
Is it
and
the Basque region?
Oh, that's
yeah,
ghastly,
no,
isn't it?
What did you say?
Ghastly.
Oh, ghastly. I thought you said Basquely,
That's ghastly.
which I would have respected.
Can't do an English accent very well.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
kinda
okay.
just
But
going
then
with
you see that the outskirts are also kissed gently by encroaching fog. But other than that, it's a nice little idyllic town in the French
Romantic.
countryside. Yeah, almost romantic in other situations. It's small. There's only like one arterial road that leads at the end, terminates at the small copse of trees surrounding the church. But there are a couple of shops, couple of
Man,
houses.
fuck cops. We proceed forward as I make that joke.
That's, it's pretty good.
Fire on any cops that
You're
attempt to arrest
a
me.
military officer, aren't you?
Yeah. That doesn't mean
But
I
he's
like
like
the
a rough
police.
and tumble guy, you know.
Yeah, he's a frontiersman.
I'm Teddy Roosevelt, but 100 years early.
Just as I am a Bilbo Baggins, but several thousand years late and in a different universe.
Highty tighty.
Okay, you guys approach the town. Something you notice on your way down the small incline is
It's quite small. I'm not
there are
afraid of it at
no
all.
there are no lights on in the
Oh!
town, in the villages. However, sometimes you catch a glimpse of candlelight being quickly snuffed out inside of a house.
It's darker than the devil's bunghole in here.
You see, and then you'll
Maybe
see
they're out of oil.
you'll see shadows
Candles.
of
Candles
candles
being snuffed out.
tallow would probably be what you have said, but anyway.
Still like
Oil.
They would actually be tallow.
It would have been tallow and wicks.
You could say lamp oil.
No, you can't.
I didn't though.
'Cause he said
I
candles were being
candles, but it's
snuffed.
okay. It
I meant
doesn't
because
matter.
the whole place is dark. I didn't mean it because I recognize the
No,
candles.
you
are
must
having-
defend everything you say to
Yeah,
us.
that's the only way.
God,
Via
I
tribunal.
hate this game.
Okay, let's be better. You guys,
No.
you also see shadows in like the sides of the buildings quickly moving away. You see as if people are spying or looking at you and then quickly running away into
Oh,
other
don't
buildings.
scamper off so fast, little one. We don't
Why
want
would you-
I will
what?
not.
It's like midnight.
Perhaps
Oh,
we should
that's-
seek
I do
asylum.
that.
We should seek asylum in the
Silence,
church.
nurse.
Oh,
For churches accept weary travelers.
you know, that's not a bad point.
Also, why did you get him on your horse and I'm the old lady and you did
You
not
had a
offer
goat
me
and you were
that?
running away.
You've got a steed.
He's a small boy. I don't know how big you are.
Your steed
I'm
is
I'm a
noble.
small little lady.
Same thing.
I'm like a Mrs. White, but like thinner.
Yeah, sorry. No. Not gonna
Because I've
fly.
been in wars.
Not gonna work.
No, he's like 4.5 feet tall. With no shoes.
I milk my goat quickly in a cup that I have. And
I'm
Sure.
upset and disgusted.
I'll take some.
Body temperature.
Goat's milk, just like Mom used to make.
Nice. No, I get it.
you don't. He is him. You are not
Helping
him.
him out. I'm just serving
Let him be
serving
him.
him some sauce. He's got it. It's all good.
Just gotta stir it up a little bit.
I'm gonna knock on the door of the fucking church.
Yeah, you guys moved to the church.
God damn.
Is it raining? Can it be raining?
It's
uh,
not. It's misting. Remember, it's misting.
It's foggy right now. But the clouds, you do see some heavy clouds coming from in front of you moving towards you. But right now, the moon is strong and full and
Wait, I thought it was
supple.
misty on the outside and it was.
It's
the
coming in.
fog is encroaching, but there's also clouds in the distance coming
This
above
is
you.
so
Eerie,
eerie. Yeah, I can't even picture.
like the
this.
canal.
I don't like fog. It obscures my vision.
Oh, I like it. It's white and fluffy like
Yes,
my
quite.
hair and my
And you
my joie de vivre.
Makes a man ill at ease. I use my horse to knock on the door with its hooves. Like I just
So
rear
you-
back. And just,
you're dun, dun, dun,
yeah, I'm gonna try and not leave my horse.
good. Probably a good idea. After what comes with it? Yes, it does.
Oh, I do that.
Caramel drizzle. It's true.
And just to be clear, at this point, I've left my satchel of goods outside of I imagine there's like a wooden wall or something.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of like fence posting around
I've
the
hitched.
church.
I want to hitch my cat or my cat.
Your cat? your goat. You hitch your goat.
My
on
milking
the-
cat.
On
My
the
goat?
on the gate post.
Before we leave, does anybody want a little cup of?
Hi, top me off.
Just leave the bottle.
You just aim.
you just
Wait, why did you rack it like a gun?
Yeah, I was gonna say make like a shotgun noise.
We don't know when the next time we can get some sustenance is. We should be getting all
you
our calories
so
in
you
now.
like
That's true.
grab the.
Imagine if a
the
goat
teat,
udder made
right?
an
And
M1
you, like,
Garon ping.
It's more like a gas. It's like a the gas nozzle thing. It's more like that than anything
okay.
else. So it's like, and then you like.
It's like a tap.
You ever milked an animal in your life?
Yeah. I've milked this goat 3
The
times
specific
already.
goat. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you get some warm goat milk, fresh from the tap, frothing and from the tea. Yeah. And you guys walk. You walk to the gate, to the door, the big church doors, and you knock on it with your horse. After a few seconds, the door.
He knocks on it with his horse.
Yeah, you missed that. He reared up his horse and it went jern, jern,
Knocked
jern.
on it with
Yeah.
Daddy Ditchford.
I was trying to knock on. Okay, whatever. Let's do this.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I screwed in front of you and like.
Because he's on a horse.
I think we should
dressaged
go
my
with the
horse
worst
like a
idea.
shit.
So
we had a choice. Let's
Yeah.
go for the bad one.
And
I
he
don't
didn't
understand
make
how
me,
someone exhibits that control.
didn't make me
He
draw
has
for
to
it.
roll for. He's
He
got to
didn't make
draw.
me draw for it.
You have to
So-
make him draw for that. That is the
Fuck it.
stupidest
Draw a
shit.
card. Draw a card so you don't fall off to your death.
okay.
Caleb, are you still on the horse?
At this point, I hope that I've been set down as I've been drinking from the goat.
Right, I figured.
Yeah, I
I figured. When
hoisted
you guys
him
were
down.
at the front of the
There you
fence.
are, little one. Even though you're like my age,
Yeah, like an adult.
small,
Unless you're not an adult. Are you an adult?
No,
you're youthful.
I would say I'm on the younger side of
Did you
things.
lie
Okay.
and say that you were 12 so that you could be in
Well,
the
no,
war?
he's actually 14, but like since I'm like an old British man but in the military during this time, I'm
The
like
ripe old age
27.
of 30. Oh, yeah.
Did you pretend that you were
Yes,
16
Gordon.
so you could rise above your station as drummer
I have
boy?
got but 10 years left in me.
No, I've always
Before I
really had a
succumb.
knack for my looking around, and they saw that talent in me at the academy.
Like what you call it, you're looking around. Like, I'm an expert looker. Let me tell you.
I think it's probably spyglass that probably does a lot of the.
Yeah.
My body's smaller, but my eyes are the same size.
Oh, there you
You
go.
look like an
So
anime
you got-
character.
That's
Yeah.
Yikes!
Wait.
Supervillain.
All opposite.
All eyes are basically
All
the
eyes
same
on me.
size.
Yeah, it's
they don't
true.
change
That's why
size.
babies have big eyes, and that's why baby
We like
animals are
them.
so cute because they have
And that's why we hate adults.
because they have small eyes, and we wish to gouge them out
Yes.
every chance we get.
Quite.
Anyway, so the door opens after you knock on it. Door opens and an old priest. He opens the door. He's holding one of those candles that's on a like a little ring.
big
And
thing.
he's,
curly
and he's
thing.
all
Yeah,
shaky
yeah.
because he's an old
Yes,
priest
yes.
because they're always shaking.
Monsieurs.
Bon nuit, monsieurs.
Bonjour, monsieur.
You,
Do not
father,
worry.
fetch us lodging.
Please come on in. The cold is
I clop my horse in.
dark is cold.
The dark is cold and full of scares.
Full of spookies.
Avec.
You do not need to speak my native tongue. You do not need to speak. You do not. You shut up.
You butcher the great lady language.
I would rather speak your, how
Barbaric.
you say, big talk language than to taint the gloriousness of our
Okay, so
French.
we're going in guns blazing, and then we've got big talk.
No, but
Right.
please come. We have a fire here that you may sit.
Doing good, fellas.
That you may sit and enjoy yourselves.
I kick up my feet to the warm embers of the fire.
Yeah, on like one of the pews or something. What do you?
Oh, I mean, whatever
They're
seating's
just
available.
burning right at the
Right.
altar. Just
kick 'em right
like
off.
old fire.
It's
There's
just
a-
one of the books.
There's a
It's-
fire off to the side of the pews, and like more of like a nook area for the priest to enjoy himself as a human being. All right, we're explaining it.
¿Dónde está
Tú también.
biblioteca? I cannot do that in a French accent. I just really can't.
Donde bayo?
This is like really
You speak
hard.
such languages that I do not understand, but I feel like you are mocking me.
No.
You.
Dear sir, dear man of cloth,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
I couldn't help but notice that all the denizens.
Silence, daughter.
What?
Father.
What? This better be worth it.
Fetch me a flask of your finest
Oh
whiskey.
I offer him my cup of goat's milk.
Are you a
It's not
gambling
very
man,
much,
father?
but- Oh, I've got this cup of goat's milk. So
You guys are really coming at me, aren't you?
I apologize for the brashness of my
chosen at
compatriots.
least one
It is
person
alright.
who had a smaller.
I know well of
personality.
the lack of manners of these cavalrymen.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I have-
Gesundheit, my apologies.
I have a flask for you, just for your
Yes.
for
I
your
take a
enjoyment.
long, uncomfortably long pole where people are like, "Does he have something
Is he even
wrong?
drinking it, or is he just?
It's kind of a watery alcoholic beverage, kind of a watery
I
whiskey.
fill up my both
like
my cheeks
mead.
like a chipmunk and
Yeah.
go, swiddle, and I hand it back to him.
Anyway, you were saying.
I was wondering if you knew why there were no lights on in the village.
Well, this is a story of great darkness,
Oh,
almost literal,
I pull out my flask because I'm a nurse, so I've got like alcohol for
like a tincture,
Like
kinda.
ethyl
like.
alcohol.
Yeah, there
like,
you go.
like
I
rubbing
hand it to
alcohol.
you.
Should
No,
be.
I mean it's like it's
That'll put hair on
essentially
your whiskers.
it's essentially the same thing.
At least
back
it's not
then,
French.
So I give it to you. No, it's whiskey
All
for
right.
like the guys to drink when I'm sawing off their legs and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
to
right.
numb the pain.
Get to numb the, used to knock them out.
To
Yeah.
black you the F
yeah, you
out,
use the bottle, hit them in the head, and then you know.
And then you
have-
drink it while you're doing the
But
surgery.
the bottle's broken now, so you
Bottles
Nah,
were made better back
a
then.
Small guy, yeah.
All right, so he says
Soft head.
he begins to tell you guys about how this village used to be full of life and parties almost every night and day. Not really, but
But
he
French
tells you
parties.
how it was
French
it
Can't
was
imagine
full
it
of life.
particularly impressive.
But at some point during Napoleon's rise to power, he elected a local, I guess you could say, a governor of this region to rule over it in his stead and also be a general in this region of his armies.
Ah,
This man,
governor.
this man, he says, is the General Robert Masson. He is, well, we call him Le Damon.
Le
I
Damon.
struggle to stay
Um,
awake during the priest's tale because his accent is both incomprehensible and boring.
La
Much like his
Damon.
story.
Le Damon.
La Damon means
What he did.
the demon.
What
you
he
guys.
does is he comes in the night and he steals the men from their beds. He takes them for what he says for the war effort. He fancies himself a scientist.
He wouldn't happen to have a funny metal face, now would he?
I try not to judge what men do in the night.
You speak of that which we do not speak in this village.
Oh.
For they said that the men will return after the war, but one man did return, an escaped convict. He did tell us the story of men in metal masks from the village who are no longer themselves.
Well, while we're on the topic of clothing, do you think that I could maybe borrow some?
We have some wool cloaks here that we can give to you, yes. It's for the poor and the homeless and the refugees from the war, but
Aye.
of course, this
We're
time
now
we can.
refugees.
Thank you,
You'll
kind
notice
sir.
he is an orphan.
He is very
My,
small.
my mother did die.
Ah.
That's true.
You can tell he's an orphan because he's very small.
Oh,
And
yeah,
orphans
yeah.
are always small.
We, of course.
You ever seen a big orphan?
No.
No, they
They're
all
emaci-
die.
all emaciated.
They're all small and emaciated.
Very small.
It's quite sad.
Well, I would just like to ask if you have any wounded in here. If you've rescued any wounded men, I can tie up. My scalpel falls out of my sleeve, clatters to the ground. How did that get in there? Thanks, Ty.
Yeah. He said, "Yes, there is one man here. He has many wounds upon him. He came here earlier before you. If you wish to tend to his wounds,
I
you
would
may."
like to. Yes.
All right, he leads you to one of the pews where there's a man with bandages all over his head, and they're all dirty, of course, from the field.
war,
From the war.
Maybe this guy got mettled,
Ooh.
but I don't say it out loud.
Of course. He's
I-
also
I
missing.
You say metal.
Make eye
He's also
contact.
missing a couple of fingers, and you can see that his wounds need redressing. Definitely.
I look around and remark, copycats.
I like rip my. I don't have all my shit.
Sure.
So I've got my alcohol and I've got my.
Yeah, you got. But
Scalpel,
you're
my drink,
gonna
I got
do
my
your
weed,
best.
I got my
I
scalpel,
use
we
my
gonna do
scalpel
this.
to like cut off parts of my dress.
3 cards to heal this man.
It's a waste of my. No, whatever. I'm in it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, well, you want to save this man or not? Does it have story
Hey,
consequence? You might
1,
find out.
2, 3. All right. Yes, you redress the man's wounds with what meager resources you have, and you give him a sip of your alcohol, your tincture, and you
I snatch it out of
out of
Daryl's.
I've nearly finished it.
yeah, you give him the rest of it, and he
My name is Randallford.
Randallford,
Right.
Rutherford.
Randallford Pitchfordington.
Oh, it's Pitchfordington. I thought it was Fitchfordington.
No.
Okay. Going
Just going
more
hard.
on the nose.
Yeah. We're doubling down.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You do that. He falls. He
Dublin.
falls into unconsciousness. It couldn't really be called sleep because he's too weak to. He's unconscious now.
Well, he's a lost cause, so let's pop down to the next thing.
Can't use your name as a verb.
I can't.
It's most uncouth.
I'm English.
Outside,
Trying
you
to
begin
port
to
me.
hear. You hear something. You hear shouting. What sounds like shouting outside.
This could be the demon guy taking someone away.
No. Well, that's just a child's tale. That just shan't be true.
You hear.
Danger has a point.
You hear the shouting getting closer. You actually begin to hear, make out some words. It's the accent at least. It's a fine English accent, a strong-backed British accent.
That sounds like quite the stiff upper lip.
Well, it could be someone from our quote-unquote team, but
That's good.
I don't know.
Did they really call them teams? It would be like regiment,
From our squad.
battalion.
Look, I'm just a
Squad.
King.
I
Man
have
down in this Alpha Bravo.
I haven't been
LZ's coming in hot.
taking any training of the upper classes. I'm just but a little urchin. I don't know the words, the proper words.
Boy.
You hear the voice is getting closer. You begin to
Calm
hear
down
on
now,
the
brother
other side,
Seamus. But I'm saying it to you, but I'm really saying it to myself.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to appear weak. Trying to calm myself down.
They're coming. They're coming. Run. They're coming.
I look up and are there like any rafters, or is there like something that leads up to like a church tower, like a ladder or something?
Yeah,
somewhere?
there's behind the main altar. You see that there is a ladder that goes up into like a spiral, bit of a kind of staircase.
Okay.
Can you run up it like Aragorn does in Two Towers?
I
When
imagine.
Aragorn
I
is
think we
running
should
up the
exactly
steps
that way.
at.
That is going to be an extra card pull if he does it. But
Just saying, it looks really cool if you
Yes.
want to do that. I
to
don't
do
know.
it the way that Aragorn does it.
Yeah, when he runs up like 3 stairs at a time.
Oh.
Tell him at the beacons of Gondor.
I don't know if my-
He's a little boy.
My legs aren't long enough to go more than one step at a time. But I would
Ooh.
like to quietly scamper on up to try to see if I can get a vantage point to spy on what's going on
Well, your
outside.
shoes
God.
have no
Oh,
soles, so.
you move to quietly scamper up. The wood is kind of old and a little rickety, so it's gonna be 3 cards.
No, but he's
in order
little.
to-
Somewhat decrepit.
He's little, so he barely weighs anything.
A 3-card pull.
It's a 3-card pull.
I guess I'll do it.
It was a 3-card pull.
1,
Deux.
2.
Trois.
All right.
Cinq, six.
Do it. You make it to the top, and you look out, and you see running down the main street is a man wearing British colors,
Holding a baguette. Wearing a beret.
Weird. Okay.
Smoking a cigarette? Are those camels?
That'll go big.
Here?
I report all my findings back to the team.
You see him. He's kind of got a limp. He's like,
Blasted turncoats.
they're coming. They're coming. Help me! Somebody help me for the love of the goddamn king!
I use my horse to open the door again so that he can come in.
Wait, do they hear?
I mean, like they hear this muffled, but you hear this like full on because you're like out, exposed to the
Okay.
air.
Spyglass amplifies the noise.
Well, his spyglass is in the.
Oh, you just hold
Right.
the spyglass up
Right.
your
Yeah,
ear.
but it's
Same
nearby.
way.
It has
But
sort
with
of
this
a
normal
magical
eagle,
aura.
yeah, the aura.
So where I'm at, could I yell to them stuff?
Yeah,
Or-
you could
They
yell
Why
down.
though?
hear what I
You
was
could yell
saying.
down, and you can yell to the guy.
Say,
Yeah,
please, to
I-
the
Okay.
church or something.
I say he's in danger. I don't know what it is yet, though. I'm worried that if we go out now, we might put ourselves in danger.
I'm
You say
worried-
he's inside you, sir?
What if they start the church ablaze,
Okay.
though?
I don't know what to do with that information. I don't know how to
Loved it.
parse that.
I loved every
Please.
minute of that.
Oh. Oh.
I just keep
Cease your
spying.
tittering,
Sure.
nurse.
He run at this point. He makes it to the church. Like he makes it to the gatehouse. He trips over the goat, and he
I think the goat would know to stay away. I
he
don't know, I feel
scrambled
like
back
goats
in.
are
It's a goat.
sentient-
Goats aren't.
sentient goat.
They're not very.
Maybe it was asleep.
Yeah, it's tired. It's the
They're
middle of the night.
Full-fledged NPC goat.
Quest giver goat.
Yeah, got a golden exclamation point above its head.
Ignoring it until I'm ready to
the
receive that
MacGuffin
quest.
goat.
Yeah.
The goat guffin is
Yeah.
what's going on
The
here.
McGoatfin?
The Maltese goat falcon.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, we'll table this for now. He scrambles back up to his feet and he begins to pound on the door. He's like, help me, please, for the love of God, help me.
I open the
The
door with my
milk
horse.
teats falcon.
What?
The milk teats falcon.
All right, that's
Nice.
milk teeth.
We're done.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay.
He's
Got him in the
pounding
door?
on
I
Open
wasn't
the door.
actually going to come back to it. So.
No.
All right. I open the door with my horse.
All right, he falls inside. He's like, oh, thank God. Oh, Parlez-vous,
Is that how you dress a superior officer?
Oh, sir.
Stiff
sorry.
upper lip, man. Stand
Well,
up.
it's little
He
Charles.
stands at as great attention as he can.
At ease.
Little Charles, there he. Oh.
He slumps down into a pew.
Here, drink some of this. It's the goat's milk.
Don't
I snatch
take.
it. Drink a little bit, little Charles.
My superior officer is telling me to not.
At ease.
I'm
but
a nurse. I
what
know
you will.
your health, little boy.
I cannot
No,
verify
take a
that she's
drink.
actually a nurse
Imagine
in
that
any
it-
regard.
And
or
would you
respect.
say no to your mother?
That's it.
Take it. I take it from you. I put it up to you.
He takes some like incidental gulps because you were like basically forcing it down his throat at this point. But
I
he's-
knocked the goat milk out of her hand with the horse.
I'd have to make you pull for that.
I'll pull for that.
Okay.
I will gladly risk my life. For
All right,
that.
pull 3. This is ooh, what is that? All right, so you got to pull 3 more. 1, 2, 3. All right, there you go.
Dumb way to die. I guarantee.
With great horsemanship and skill, you
Also, dumb thing to waste your fucking ace on. Like,
Dressage master.
yeah, you knock the goat's milk out of her hand without injuring anyone. Crazily enough, he says, "Thank you for taking." It's French. I gotta get my
Thank you.
accents just. All right.
But he was wearing a British
Thank you for
uniform.
taking me in. Oh my goodness. Oh, they're coming though. We need to barricade this door.
What's coming,
We need
man?
the men in the masks. They're coming.
oh, I thought it was just a child's tale.
I'm sorry,
Ooh.
ma'am. What did you just say to me?
I thought it was a child's tale. A tale for children.
Why is she switching to being Irish?
I assure you, miss.
This
I
is
was
really
posh.
posh. She's just that posh.
I was part of one of the regiments
Children.
It's the
That
children,
was-
Lassie.
defeated. No, not defeated. Eaten by those things.
The home improvement.
I lived
Noise
in an entire pew. It's a little church.
You
it's
what?
a little pew.
Pull 2 cards.
No.
Yeah.
Then you don't
No.
lift the pew.
I push it as hard as my little
Pull a
lady
card.
lifts. Ah, fuck you. Okay, I'll pull 2. I want to lift
God, I
it.
hope you strain your back and die.
All right, so pull 2 more. Pull 2 more. Pull 1 more.
I lifted it and I put it in front of the door, yeah.
Yes, you put it in front of the door. You lift it up with your old lady's strength, and you put it
Got Madonna arms.
in front of the door.
I'm maintaining my vision on outside. I'm like listening to what's going on, but
you're
still
scanning.
I'm scouting.
So far, you don't see much. Mostly
Donna,
because
what are the power levels of the monsters outside?
mostly because of the fog's coming in, and also there's that small hill that's kind of obscuring the vision from whence you guys
Oh, there's
came.
this hill right in front of my. Oh, I can't see anything. There's a hill in my vision.
No!
And then
It won't move.
Get out of the way, hill!
But if anything comes along, I'll be watching.
Yeah,
But
you'll
I'm
be
listening.
ready
You'll
for
look
it.
at-
Okay.
Eyes and ears.
Yeah.
Not really sure what he said he was.
Can I hoist him onto my shoulder so we can get a better vision, maybe over the hill, or does that not?
You're on a horse and you're down in the main area. He's
I'm up in the rafters.
He's up
What
in
if
the
I
rafters.
walk the
and,
horse
like,
up in the rafters and then?
You want to pull like
I
10
had to
cards?
pull 3 cards.
Let's
For my,
get 10 cards.
Because it's a horse going up into like
I only
climbing
weigh
a
40
ladder.
pounds.
Yeah, the horse is like half
2
a ton.
tons.
2 tons.
I don't know how.
2,000
I have no idea how much
My
a horse
truck
weighs.
weighs less than that.
Yeah. So no.
A horse
I
probably
mean,
weighs about 2 tons.
Nah.
No,
Look,
like a
probably
ton.
Like a
it has to.
Clydesdale, maybe. Not 2. No
I
way.
bet a horse weighs.
How
No,
much
but this is
does,
a good
let me,
French-
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like an
Google.
English charger.
I bet it weighs at least 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, that's not 2
At least
tons.
1,000 pounds.
That's half a ton.
Does
Yeah.
1,000
a
pounds.
horse weigh?
Live fact checks.
2
It's important.
tons.
Let's see it.
But this
Let's
is about
see
the
it.
difficulty of a check, and that's important.
Between between 840 and 2,200 pounds.
That's like a fucking Clydesdale.
840 is literally just like is that a miniature
Yeah.
No.
How much does a horse?
average
Or average
horse?
Let's do a war horse.
Okay.
Because
that would
you're
make
on a-
sense. That would be on a war horse.
Horse.
Without armor, though.
How much does
He's
a war
a
horse weigh?
horse.
We have to do these things. This is very
This is actually important because it determines whether or not I draw 5 or 10.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
Medium weight horses have the greatest size and range and size. Okay, but stocky to as much as 16 hands, weighing approximately
1,200?
1,000 to 1,200 pounds.
Yeah, fuck off. That's not a ton. It's a half ton.
Close enough.
How in the fuck?
The word ton is in it.
Look, that's a failing
so I'm
grade.
sorry,
It's
sorry.
halfway.
2 tons is the settled weight, right?
No.
2 tons.
Yeah, it's
It is
about-
not two
your
tons.
horse.
We
Your
settle
horse is
on
a
2
massive.
tons.
It's like a JoJo's character.
Are you
horse.
familiar
Is my
with the-
horse a tank?
Are you
Yeah.
familiar with the Trojan horse?
Yeah,
It's
that
same horse.
That
It's
probably
horse.
didn't actually weigh that much either.
It was made. Well, no, it had.
Maybe with all the guys in it.
with the guys inside,
a big
probably
wooden
weighed
box.
quite a
Why would
bit.
you use it if you didn't have the guys in it? The point is that you have the guys in it.
You were talking about the weight of the horse,
Yeah.
not the horse and the dudes.
But the guys
How
make
you
the
doing,
horse.
Caleb?
I'm good. I'm just keeping an eye out,
I'm
honey.
good.
Just looking out on the yonder in case something ever actually fucking happens.
You should have chosen Irish if you wanted to do an Irish accent. That's all I'm saying.
I'm helping him.
Okay, boys.
I am
okay, so
feeding
what
him
are
content.
what
Point.
what
Like,
are we
I
seeing?
can't help you by translating whatever the fuck you're trying to say. So I'm just
What are what,
tagging in, we're tagging out. It's cool.
Caleb.
I started
Just
pushing
saying.
another pew against the door because that's what we were told to do
Ugh.
was to barricade
Draw
the doors.
another set of 3 cards.
Stop telling me to do that.
If you're gonna put anher pew, does that
And
what
nobody's helping me do this shit.
I'm not on a horse.
he's on a horse.
The horse can't lift
There's
it.
also injured soldier number 1, injured soldier number 2, and old
Injured
man
soldier
priest.
number 1.
He's
He is
unconscious.
bedridden.
Injured soldier number 2.
He doesn't have arms.
I'm
Ow.
William Arm.
Would you
what?
I was
Be a
going
deer?
to say lend a hand, but would you be a deer instead? A deer, rather without the front 2 hooves. Would you just maybe back up against this pew and kind of push it against the door for me?
I think I can do that.
Thank
But it's
you,
going to
dear
take
boy.
me a minute.
He has,
Oh, but it
he
help
has
you for
one
some
leg and no
goat's
arms.
milk.
It's just gonna like
I'm trying my best.
gonna just
What else you know,
earthworm his
some goat's
chin,
milk for your
earthworm chin his
strength?
way across it.
Yeah.
There's a goat's
Yeah.
milk for your strength with that outfit. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's doing it. You see something.
The plot. No.
Oh my goodness.
Thank God.
My heart starts beating faster.
Oh, over starting to crest the hill, you see a head, and then you see a torso. attached
Meanwhile,
to
it's
that
worth
head.
mentioning that Charlie has done nothing in this game to help at all.
I knocked a glass out of your hands and I opened the door.
Is it like a human-sized head?
Yeah, it's human sized. It's it just looks like a regular person. It looks like another injured soldier to you until the moonlight begins to glint off of a metal mask on its face.
Do you say anything?
Priesty, plug your ears. I see a metal fellow.
Plug your ear. What?
Priest
He's like,
plugs his ears
okay.
confusingly.
because he doesn't like people to talk about
that's
the metal
fair.
mask people, you know?
Oh yeah. Okay.
As an
Caleb's paying
expression.
attention to
That's
the
good. You're
I get that.
being
That's
smart
good.
and fast. I appreciate that.
That's good. That's good.
I draw my saber.
You draw it.
Is he on a horse or?
Yeah.
No, he's just walking. He's walking
I'm on a
up.
horse.
Yeah,
Right.
he's on.
No, yeah.
He
Just
crests.
wanna know, is it going to be
Still on
an
a
even
horse.
fight? You know?
He
Oh.
crests the hill, and he begins to kind of shamble down the hill. He's not really running or walking with any intent. Just kind of looks like he's wandering kind of
Oh, he's just
aimlessly.
traipsing down.
I douse a piece of. Well, hold on. I'm gonna use this
Okay,
move later.
douse. What
No,
were you
not
dousing?
dousing anything. Not
Okay.
yet. It's coming though.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you
Is it just the one? We see multiple?
so far you just see the one just kind of wandering down.
But where there's one, who will come?
Why you don't? What? Why do you know that? How do you?
So
He
afraid.
said the priest looks out one of the shuttered windows on the ground floor, and he kind of
I slap his
squints.
hands away.
He-
Don't look. And the,
He backs up. He says, "It is true. It is one of the creations of the demon.
Los
The
Manos de
Royal
Metalliano.
Maison." What?
Los Manos de Metalliano.
actually, Zay is not a. Zay de no.
He's saying the.
Oh yeah. He just has a dumb accent.
God damn it.
Well, actually,
Well, actually. Yeah, so he's just kind of wandering down there. He
Has he entered the main arterial road?
He has now entered the main arterial road. At this point, you kind of can see a little bit because of your special eyes. You begin to make out a couple of details about this person. You see that its hands are all cut up and bloody, almost black from gore. And it's like it has a tattered shirt on, the sleeves of which are completely ripped and torn. The front of the shirt is completely ripped open as if by someone struggling against him. Looks like you can see kind of finger.
what does his chest look like?
It's also tattered. It seems to be pretty injured and covered in mud and gross. The mask itself, it's iron. And it doesn't have any eye holes that you can see.
Are we talking like Leonardo DiCaprio?
Man in the Iron Mask? No.
Absolutely
not that.
that one.
This is a kind of a reference to it, but it's not it. It's
Is
different.
the mask? Does it have any features? Or I'm imagining just like a piece of metal.
It's basically a flat, semicircular piece of metal going over this part of the face. The mouth is still exposed.
Oh, okay.
But
kind
it's
of like
kind
it's scalloped.
it's scalloped and over the head as well. It
like
looks
horse blinders, but on the.
it looks like
face.
there's rivets poking into it as
Okay.
well.
Do I notice this too?
You don't see. You're downstairs.
I regale some of the information.
Thank
It's
you.
one of the metal masked fellows. Although, I mean, he looks wounded, but I'm scared that if we let him in,
Ooh, ooh.
Fear not.
then we'll die moving the pew.
Fear not, Donna.
I've seen this kind of thing before. I call them Zambops. Zambops.
I ignore this.
This Zambop is getting close.
Zambop. I believe it. to
Don't
be a
encourage her,
Zambop.
Donna. Nothing
Or
to
is
gain
our
here.
booble?
Can I go outside?
The pews there's pews in front of the door.
Can I crash through the pews?
You could probably do that.
Why would you do that? I barricaded them. We had a
I
boy
need to
with
defeat
no
this
arms.
enemy. This is
Help me. This is
That
absolutely.
was stupid.
It has
Bullshit.
in the time you
I
guys
will
are
show you horseshit.
while you guys are arguing about this, you notice that the masked man has lazily wandered over to one of the houses on the arterial road and had begun to try to fumble at the door.
He's trying to get into a house.
Yes, just like a Zambopic on your lands.
Who knows what devilry they're up to? I need to crash through the door to attack this thing.
All right, pull 3 cards. Wouldn't it be great if you just kind of fell
And it-
into the?
ooh.
That's
This
good.
you
isn't
spend it
fair.
now?
Every time he rolls, he
You
gets
could.
the present.
You
Oh,
know
but
you
you
already
already got
you already
him.
rolled.
Yeah.
You already
Cool.
pulled
All
3.
right, cool.
So you could use an ace during the roll. You get the ace. Or
Yeah,
during the
yeah.
pull,
You
get
could
the
you
ace.
could do
Okay.
that.
Cool.
I'm going to rule. I don't think there's a specific
seems like a
rule
fine
for
thing,
it,
though,
yes.
right?
Yeah, it's might as well.
No, it makes sense to be able to use it.
Yeah.
'cause it's- yeah.
So yeah,
So
you
I'm gonna crash through the wall, jump over Mindy Litchford the goat.
Hey, where are the 2 aces of hearts?
that is an
Oh,
excellent question.
fuck.
Are you cheating?
Look at these sweet hacks.
You gotta lift it up a little bit.
No, I'm doing this one.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at
We
the
have-
wrong one.
We have two
Yeah,
cameras.
I keep forgetting. Yeah, you I don't know if that's. What the fuck?
You know,
No.
let's ignore it for now. That means we have 5 aces.
Is this
I
a
believe.
trick deck?
At least
Wait,
5.
Yeah.
The backs are the same.
No, yeah, we bought this.
From a value village?
No, these are new.
They were
playing
wrapped.
cards.
Maybe there's a second case of that, and they got mixed together.
Or perhaps we're
maybe.
missing an ace of clubs. Have we used an ace of clubs yet?
I don't. Why don't you?
I haven't gotten any aces.
There's just I played the spades. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's a replacement for the aces of clubs so far.
I don't know. It's a
Well,
mystery.
we'll
It's
be
part of
fine.
the
Let's
spooky
keep going.
atmosphere
Well.
of this game.
I've been fooled.
Bamboozled.
So you crash through. I'm gonna say you crash through one of the adjacent, like there are like 2 windows kind of thing going on. You crash through the left one with your horse. Just barrel through and you
Yes,
hop.
Dandy Ditchfoot. Let's leap over Mandy Litchfoot and attack this metal man.
You leap over Mandy Litchford.
Mandy Litchford.
Yeah,
Yes, the guy.
the
Olivia
goat.
Litchford, yeah, it's the opposite of it.
And you charge down the main arterial road. Do you utter a battle cry, or are you doing this silently?
For Queen and country.
You utter this cry, and you raise your saber to strike. Pull 2 more cards.
Fuck
I really want to do it.
While this commotion is being created, so like, how easy or hard would it be for me to like slide down off the roof of the church and like
Ooh.
land on the ground?
Sneaky.
I'm gonna say that would be pretty. It would be kind of difficult because you're like at the top of the tower, and
Yeah.
and the
But
church
the-
roof is pretty high up.
But it would be very steep, so it's also probably very close to the ground at the end.
What?
How nice is this? How big is it's a big church?
It's like a provincial
It's a
church.
cathedral, apparently, right?
I mean, it's not really a cathedral.
I've been
so
to a
much.
provincial
It's,
church.
it's not
so
If it's a town church, it's still pretty tall.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
still gonna
but
be
like,
tall.
But in this
like three-
I'm gonna
time
say
period,
that's a 4.
Also, and he's like in a turret or a
four-card
tower
pull.
or something?
That's
4?
Yeah.
What
he's a
about-
light boy? So if he falls,
So what about if I were to instead go down the way I came and walk out the hole that he bursted through?
with haste? I'm just 1 card in order to just like
One card to
just
go
kinda-
back down the other way.
Don't want to
Yeah,
get
just
cut on
to-
the glass.
So
Yeah.
what I want to try to do is, while he's creating this commotion, I want to run and grab my pack.
Okay, I'm gonna say that whole action. I was just gonna say 1 card for that.
1 card to go down,
Yeah.
not
It's just great. They're
non-parkour.
not gonna. They don't see you as a threat.
Okay,
Yeah.
while
Yes.
he's
All right, so you got to pull 1 more.
while
Jack.
he's doing that,
Oh,
I wanna
It's your boy.
I'm gonna use my petticoat
okay.
and some alcohol that the priest just gives me because he's nice, and I'm gonna create like a torch with one of the broken pieces of like either the piece of wood that
There's
come
like
off of the-
cross section of the.
yeah,
of the,
like
of
so
the
like one of
window.
those.
Can you really make
I'm
a
just
torch out
gonna
of
say
alcohol?
You do that.
I feel like alcohol burns really quick.
All right, fine. I'll use
Like
one of
using
the. I'll
gasoline.
use the
Well,
gas
that's-
from the
you use
lanterns.
that as you use that as a
like a
accelerant.
starter, but don't you
Yeah.
usually you need like tar on it or whatever?
Usually,
pitch
for it to burn for any long amount of time.
So
yeah.
I'll take some of the. I'll just use the oil from like
the lamp
lamps that
oil.
are- yeah, that's a lot
Okay.
easier. It's a
yeah,
lot
you
more
you douse
straightforward.
your petticoat in lamp oil wrapped around the.
It's really tightly
Clever.
wound, so it's gonna burn for a while.
Yeah, so you do that. You have a torch now.
This
Have you
transpires.
lit the torch?
Torch making is free.
Not yet. I'm gonna wait because I think that
Okay.
I think
so
setting this thing on fire is because it's Zombo.
you what was it? Randallford. You
Randallford.
deliver a great deep gash along the man's back and spine.
I was just going for it.
Yeah, along the man's back and spine, and as you charge past, and you race past him, and then you slow and turn around to see the damage you've dealt. The man's back, bones, and meat are completely exposed and seem to have cut through his spine, and it
It's metal
falls
as
over.
hell.
Falls up against the door, knocks up against the door, slides down, and then falls limp to the ground.
Yes, another one for the queen.
Yeah,
I clean my saber with my kerchief.
Ooh, you do so. You are reveling in your victory. Do you?
Yo, Victoria.
You deliver a prayer for yourself and for God and country and
Queen, and also God, and also country,
and
but then
probably
queen again.
the king as well.
Yeah,
God save the queen.
I like the queen.
Yeah, you're a fan of the queen.
I'm a big fan of the queen.
Yeah, if you-
Victoria was like the.
I like how tall her hair is. Sometimes.
You notice that you watch him reveling, but you notice something
You know what
else.
Queen Victoria looks like.
You notice
So this is from where my
Paintings?
pack was, sort of on
Yeah.
at the gate area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody liked Albert. He was like a thumb
cresting
man.
the hill above and in
Man of a
front.
thumb.
A human toe.
You see more glinting. You see. Well, so first it's 1, then it's 4, then 6, then 10, 12. There's at least a dozen more of these men are walking up over the hill.
There, boy. How many men are there over there?
Wait, I don't- he's like at the gate, and you're like.
I'm
in the
yelling.
church.
I'm at the window. I'm yelling
They
loud. They've got a
they-
shrill
Does
voice.
does it carry to me? Does her voice carry?
It
to
does.
Me?
It carries. It
I'm
carries
so,
to
I'm
Randall.
so shrill.
It echoes across the countryside.
I hunch you up in uncomfortableness at the shrillness of her cry.
Because they know that I'm a scout and I know the scout's code and language and everything. I just
You
I
know,
hold
old
up
lady across
fingers.
the street.
Ah, yeah.
So I don't actually make any noise, but I.
Just go.
However many.
Trendy boy, who's that?
However many
Be
you
quiet,
see,
he hears
yeah,
you.
You see.
They're basically dead.
And
I
at this
count.
point,
I understand the scout's code,
I'm
right? 'Cause-
affixing.
Okay.
I'm affixing the spyglass onto my little hunting rifle right now.
Okay.
A little clip.
He the priest is also watching, and he says, "Oh, my God, this is already too late."
Has the rifle been invented yet?
The rifling has been invented
Okay.
yet. Yeah.
I'm just curious. I don't.
There's still like muzzle loaded.
My hunting
Fast.
spear.
Yeah, okay. my harpoon. My
Rifling
Whale
at this
powered
point, there's
harpoon.
still not like full army stuff. Like scout companies and stuff would have
So it's
rifling.
basically like modern warfare, but there's a
Marksman.
lot of gears like hot glued to all of the
Yeah,
weapons.
right, yeah.
yeah.
and call it just glue some gears on it.
Oh,
Call it
steampunk.
steampunk.
I take my goggles and put them on.
Yeah. Where's my airship? Everything is powered by like little steam whistles and stuff are everywhere. Anyway, the creatures, the men, the masked men, they're doing the aimless wandering like that. The first one, however, they stop. They raise their heads to the air and they begin to. You see their noses moving, and their tongues flick out as if to taste the air.
Ew.
Their faces all turn, almost in unison, towards Randallford, standing on your horse.
It's like bees.
Their hands,
I
Go
feel
out
nothing
like
less
this.
than death.
they begin to sprint down the hill
Interpret what that means.
at almost inhuman speeds towards you.
Like I said, I fear
He's
nothing
got a horse, so
less than death.
I call upon Randall. I say, Randy, pick us up. And then I gesture toward, like,
to give him like he's like he knows. I know. We did this like
we're gonna,
an
like,
hour ago.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right.
Are you gonna pick me up too?
Well, that's why I said us.
I
so,
light
yeah.
my blaze thingy. I light
You have
my
a torch.
flame ablaze.
Your
My
torch.
torch is blazing.
I
All right.
basically like signal to him to do a little drive around and grab us.
You
onto
do
his
your
horseback.
scout signals of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
I want to
we really need to work on this one.
Can I describe my character? I'd like her to be more like a Dame Judi Dench kind of edgy
get that.
lady. So she's like so she's
So
got
I got
like
a
a
Mrs.
lot more.
Doubtfire thing going on in my head.
I know. I was almost like one
like
of the directions I
a
was
bit
gonna
of a
go
Medea
is that her wig
situation.
falls off and she's a little boy. That was one of the options I had.
Oh no! Just
but
doing an old lady voice.
Yeah, she's not
I want to be in the
though.
theater, so I'm pretending to be an old woman.
He's my brother.
Hey, weigh in, Twitch. Do you want her to be? No, I'm just kidding. She's just an old lady. She's like a Dame Judi Dench though, so she's got like that edginess.
So
Does she have the short hair?
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
boy, it does she?
Yeah.
That
She
sexy,
shaved her hair
sexy
off
old
in
lady
with
short
the
hair.
glass
Cut.
from the windows.
It's a friar cut. She just shaves the center.
Just right
No,
on
I
the top.
didn't.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
stare
so
with
I'm gonna say
glass.
you're about like 2/3 of the. If this is the main arterial road, this is the hill, this is the church. You're like 2/3 of the way toward.
Okay. I hauled to pick up.
All right, you begin to the
Darner.
road is muddy and stuff, so it's gonna be.
coming up with reasons to make this difficult. I'm riding a horse on the street. I don't know why this is a
Running
check,
down,
but
it's well, the street's more of a muddy road, and these creatures are running inhumanly fast. 4 cards.
I am. Wow, I'm on a horse though. What's more
Can I-
inhuman than that?
Can I aim to
Charlie
like
thought he was
reduce it
untouchable 'cause he had
by
a horse
basically
for the
this
skin.
time I'm assisting, like I'm intentionally going to be
He's-
hoisted
he's-
up, whereas initially
ran towards
I was
me.
sort of like grabbed.
I'll agree. That's
take
I'll
a
knock
card
it down
out?
to 3.
Okay.
Why
It's
are you
the-
trying to kill Randall?
I'm
Fitcherford?
also hoisting
It's
myself
very
up.
easy to do so. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Woof. Ooh, doggy. We're getting down. We're getting
Bless them
down.
all day
My
long.
butt is so clenched.
You gallop your horse. You urge it forward. The creatures are the men, the masked men, and now you are considering as creatures because they're running at such inhuman speeds towards you. They're covered in gore. Some of them are stark naked from battle.
Viscera.
Covered in gross.
I hit him up with my. I want to just like take the extra fuel that I brought with me,
Okay.
the lamp oil. I'm gonna just sprinkle it on them.
They're that close.
Are you that?
Wait,
Did you
where
run
are you?
out into the street?
I'm on the horse.
What? No, you're not.
No, you're not.
He said pick up us.
I said
He was swooping to pick me
he's
up.
out
I
at
was
the front of the
assuming
gate. I was
Can
in the
you
middle
get
of
me
the
too?
street.
I-
You're back in the
No,
church.
you're
Oh,
still in the
boy,
church.
come get me.
You're still in the church.
We're still picking up. You're still
Oh,
in the church.
We're gonna get
preacher.
Poppy, right?
Hey,
Pippy Papa.
preacher. Priest.
Oui.
Yeah.
Ouais.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you have another steed, a horse of sorts?
We are
You
a
should ride the
poor,
goat.
we are a poor provincial town located adjacent to many battlefields.
Where's the
We do
horse?
not have any horses.
Do you know a man with a horse?
Yes, they are all at the battlefield places.
Well,
Randall,
fuck.
ride towards the church.
Get me, pick
We've
me
got
up.
to get Poppy.
You,
People
uh,
pop
Pick me
'em.
up. Puppy P needs to be
I
picked
don't-
up.
Can my horse carry 3 people?
I mean, it's
Absolutely,
a war horse,
it's a
so
horse, so
potentially.
yeah, I
But like a
can.
war horse is designed for one rider. But
And a
extreme
cannon.
combat.
I'm ready. Get me on that horse.
We're
I'm
both
so
really
small.
lightweight.
You're not supposed to
little
put a
lady.
cannon on a horse. We are lightweight.
The horse cannon. That's how they did tanks back then, idiot.
They mounted a cannon,
A
a
gun.
howitzer onto the horse.
You
and
know, they did try that. They're like, we'll put this cannon thing on this horse,
It'll
but
work
it scares
just
the
fine.
shit out of
I
them.
would imagine it was
It's
not
like you
very,
try that once, you get kicked out. It's like
not a
"Alright,
very
fair enough."
fun time.
Not a good choice.
Hey, even shooting a gun on a horse is like.
You should just ride the goat over here.
Okay, I'm gonna get on the goat and it's gonna successfully. I'm very small. by the
Mandy
way.
Litchford. You side saddle the goat.
Like 2 feet tops.
Why don't you pull one card to mount the goat and ride out with your fellow cavalrymen?
Some more goat. Oh no.
Please God, please God, come on,
One.
one card.
I'm going their
all
speed.
I'm asking is one card. One more card. That's all I'm asking is one more. Oh.
Wait, now we have 5 aces in this deck.
I did not. I assumed this deck was a proper 52 card deck.
I'm gonna pull out that ace of hearts just so that you remember that it's not supposed to be there.
Okay, thank you.
'Cause everything else seems accounted for. But
Yeah, everything-
That's a weird.
Well, we're not paying too close attention to the other.
Hold on a
cards.
second. You played 2 aces
I
already.
played 3 total.
You've played 3.
I played the 2 hearts ones at once, and I played an ace.
That's why we're saying that ace of hearts isn't.
That
extra.
ace of hearts is
Okay,
fine.
yeah, that's.
I haven't
the
gotten a
extra.
single ace yet.
This
And the ace of
I know,
spades.
and
Okay.
there's 5 in here. I don't know what the
I don't
odds are
need
not
'em.
in your favor, I guess.
I play it safe.
I'm not trying to risk it for no trisket.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Figured it out.
So I am successfully riding this goat at a
Yeah.
normal, good speed, a fast speed. I'm going fast on it.
As fast as a goat carrying an old
She
lady.
can go so fast. I'm
Probably
so
faster
small.
than a weird monster guy. So I mean,
they are running inhumanly fast. So.
but not
Ghosts are
goatly
not
fast.
But you know what?
Human.
They're like caterpillar though. Those are inhuman also, so they're running kind of slow.
They're-
Oh, you just wait.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
Goats are
They're
not.
doing the worm.
Hey,
What?
It isn't
goats
human.
are not human. I would like it known that I'm going faster than the scary monsters.
You're
These
not.
monsters are going super fast though. Like they can almost keep up with the horse at full trot, full
Okay,
gallop.
and so can I, so I'm going at least the same speed as them.
Have you seen a goat move?
Trying to
Well,
tell you,
actually.
these guys are okay. Whatever. Yeah, you make it to where are you? What are you guys? Let me paint me.
What's our game plan?
Yeah. What are you guys doing currently?
As the goat thing's been happening.
Bright ideas, Donna.
I think that we just sacrifice this town. We can't save all of them, but maybe if we ride around and try to find where those guys are coming from, then we can put a stop to this for good.
Oh, you're talking
Oh.
about don't
Cutting
save
off
the babies, but
cutting off the
check out
snake
where
of
the
the
babies
head
are
of the
coming
snake.
from.
Saying let them take the
You got
town.
that baby
Excellent
thing.
idea, Donger.
This is a great metaphor that I would like to go into later. Well,
It's-
at the end of the stream, I'll talk about the baby
It's-
metaphor.
Well, yeah, no, you're letting the fox get at the hen coop in order to find its den and kill its babies.
Oh,
Not what I was talking about. Very different metaphor, but that's fine. You're getting it the right direction.
we're riding along the goat now, so I shout to Poppy, Poppy, they've been putting off their lights, presumably because these things don't like light. Light your
Wait,
torch
or maybe they
and
light-
My
throw
torch
it,
is
throw it under the
lit.
buildings.
Hold on, stop.
Set
What-
everything on
Yeah, draw them
Stop.
to the.
That's stupid. Because why would they be turning off their lights if they hate lights? If they hate lights, they would leave all their lights on all the time to keep them away.
Oh, right, sorry,
Also-
they love lights. That's what I
also,
meant to
remember-
say. They like
remember-
lights.
So turn your
Their
light
masks
No.
are featureless on the front. There are no eye holes.
They have no perception of the
off.
light.
So is it heat?
It's a good, but maybe it's something
Do
about
they have
it.
a sense of sniff?
They
They
are
do.
boys.
They have an acute
we
sense
do know
of
they're
smell,
boys
as you could probably- as you
because
probably
he's
had
stealing
tell.
the men.
Oh, the sense of smell. And they all turn toward Randy. So maybe they smell something on him.
It's probably because he attacked one of their brother. It's literally bees. When you attack a bee, the other bees know. The bees.
because it smells a certain way.
Yeah, because the
Hi,
bees
welcome
let
to
off a
our
hormone.
BFX stream.
Yeah,
This is hosted by Melanie Strickland.
So
So bees, you guys.
I don't know. I think that lighting up the town and giving them something to sniff at. Maybe fire would throw off their sense of smell.
I was gonna set all of them on fire by putting
very
some
dark,
Oh.
Donger.
fuel
That's
on
a
them.
more
Very, very
direct solution potentially.
Are you suggesting that she throw a torch at one of the buildings and set it ablaze?
My suggestion is to
It's
set
that,
the building
exactly
ablaze to draw them to us.
How
Set,
about
like,
we
the
go to
village
like a
on
barn
fire?
that's got 2 entrances, and then we go in and we're like, nah, get us, and then we set the entire place on fire. And once they're in there, we trap them.
You can do that.
Wacky.
I want to know where these things are coming
Yeah, can
from.
we-
Yeah, let's go just let's go up the river and look for where the babies are coming from. That's the metaphor. Can I get on the fucking horse?
No. You're the goat.
My arms are too short. I'm sorry, I can't reach you.
I fucking hate this boys club. No girls allowed.
Women aren't allowed on horses.
Okay, so
There's no room for you to
Wait,
see
I
my
want to pull.
side
No,
seven.
I know. Stop right now. I'm gonna pull to get this asshole out. This is fucking.
I gallop away.
No. I'm on the.
You're on a goat, right?
I'm right next to him right
Still?
now.
because you're on a goat, it's going to be a little easier. But
Why would it be easier?
4 cards.
Let's make everything.
You're like lower than if you were standing.
Four cards. Actually, actually, before you do that, let's do an opposed check. This is gonna be fun. So
Oh,
you
how
guys,
does this work?
You guys bet how many you're willing to pull in order for this to succeed. So you say, yeah. First she goes, and
I
then
say
you
3.
4.
and whoever says like, okay, you do the one that was
5. Fine, you go.
All right. So pull 5, Charlie.
Oh shit!
Fucking
All right. So pull
murder him
5.
this
1.
time.
Oh no!
Yes.
This means you don't get to ride the horse.
Yeah. No, if you die on the horse, I'll just get on the
The horse has a cyanide pill in its mouth.
It doesn't know. It is a dead man switch.
Yeah,
That like whenever
that's
you
how this
when,
works.
when he gets off the horse
As I fall.
explodes.
We
As
need
I-
the horse.
He's keeping the torso together.
As I
She
fall, I
wouldn't-
slit the throat of the horse.
Oh Jesus!
No, you don't. Wait,
Yeah,
make
because
him-
I'm falling and breaking my goddamn neck.
Oh well, no. What happens is what happens is you
Ooh.
pull him off the horse like a monster. You pull him off the horse and he falls to the ground. The horse continues to gallop. You can't quite get on it yet. You are
Wretched
now.
women don't know their place.
You grasp at the reins. You're grasping at the reins, trying to control the horse.
I've never ridden one of these things before.
Are you
Randall,
fucking kidding me? Why can't you just know how to ride it?
You land in the mud. You
He's a poor
stand.
boy.
You stand back up. You shout curses at her or whatever. However, you hear the pounding of naked feet on the mud behind you, running towards you. You turn around.
I
and
flick
you see,
the excess blood off my sword.
You flick the sword. You prepare to fight these monsters.
Put one hand on my hip and I...
Exactly.
Knave!
And we switch. You fight. You attempt to fight your most valiantly, but these monsters, they're not human.
They are too many.
Yeah, you see we switch the perspective of the two of you as you watch as the creatures fall upon Randallford and
Did she
and he
actually even
falls
make it?
from
I don't
view.
feel like she made it on the horse. She just pulled me off,
No,
right?
she's not on the horse. She's still on the goat. I need to shuffle this real quick. First of all, I need to take out.
Oh no, Randallford! Ha 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 ha.
Puppy, I don't have the time to question what just happened. Can you ride a horse?
Yes, I was trained at the. Yes, I can.
Okay, once you've done finish shuffling the deck, the first thing I do is I try to hoist her up onto
Okay.
the horse so she can ride it for me.
All right, so
You're
Charlie,
like 90 pounds.
you have these. You can use them for ill or for good.
How could I use these for ill?
So what happens is when someone is pulling something, you can flip the cards down, face down,
Right.
like
To make them draw again?
yeah, to make her
Cool.
them continue drawing, not just Melanie.
Got it.
To make them continue drawing, or you can flip them in order to make them draw less.
Okay.
So it's up to
But
you.
face down first,
Yeah,
right?
you flip them. No, they're face up. But you
Oh.
flip them face
You flip
down.
'em
I
Yeah.
see. Also, I really have to go to the restroom.
Okay,
Is
you
it okay
can-
if I
yeah.
run and do that
Why
really
don't you go
quick?
do that?
Okay. Sorry, viewers. I love you. Oh, God.
I'm gonna pee too.
Okay.
I'm not going to the bathroom with Caleb. I'm going
I'm not
to
gonna
the
pee.
bathroom.
We weren't thinking that you were going to the.
Just like to say,
Yeah.
that was some horse shit.
A little bit.
A little bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just gonna die.
I apologize that Randall. You've been consistently the first to die.
Always.
all
It's because
three
I
of these.
like to play the games. You know, I like to.
That's fair. I
like
like
to move
that.
things.
I
if I die in the
admire
process,
that.
well, someone will end up at the end, right?
Yeah. We'll see about next week. We'll see if you survive a little bit longer in our next game. What? What's up? Uh-oh.
Just Jesse sent me a text about an hour ago.
Uh-huh.
It says, drop Megan, easier check. Think he has trouble with names.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Man.
That's good.
Just gonna take a little bit of a break.
It's important. I mean, I'm dead. There's nothing. What else of value is happening?
Yeah. So yeah, how have you been, Chuck?
Oh, not too bad. Just doing the work thing, you know,
Yeah, I
making
get
it
you.
making it happen. Excited to turn over all 4 of these cards to make Melanie die first. I really only care about Danger, Donger, Donner.
Yeah. Dangleman.
Yeah.
I get that. At this point too, it's going to be a lot easier for them to die because at this point, 10 cards are out of the deck. 10 non-face, non-ace, or 10 non-face cards, non-joker cards are out of the deck, and now the joker can be anywhere
At
within
all.
this. Could be the top. In fact, I'm going to take a little peek. It's not the top card, but you know we don't need to tell them.
You never
that.
know.
Yeah.
Could be.
Could be the second to top. Caleb returns. Welcome back, Caleb. How's the app?
Thank you.
Says the Twitch app. I'm gonna press hate it. Spider problem?
Yeah, so here at the Workin' Rogue, they really go all out for Halloween. They decorated the floor with
Oh.
spiders.
Was there? Oh.
Little sticky spiders on the ground.
Cool. All right. So, you wanna try and hoist her up to onto the
I
horse?
do.
All right. She's small and frail. 2 cards.
2 cards. All right. Here we go. 1, 2.
Oh. All right.
All right,
Remember.
I'm good.
I just want to remind you too that the Joker is anywhere in this deck now instead of the bottom 20 cards.
Okay.
So.
Oh,
anything
yeah.
can
Did we
happen.
tell Caleb that before?
I did.
Okay,
Tell.
good.
I briefed him. I don't know if he remembered it or
I
not,
do,
but
yes.
you know, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah. So you guys are galloping a full gallop. Mandy Litchford begins to fall off, so she can't keep up with the horse at full
Okay,
run.
Mandy. Find yourself another home. Mandy, find yourself another home.
Mandy's like instantly gutted by a
devoured.
bunch of creatures. By the creatures, yeah. She's eaten.
Why? Why? She's a goat.
Yeah, they are also monsters.
Did they eat the unborn baby inside of her? She's pregnant. That's why she's getting off all that milk. Doy. It's 1800s. We didn't have RBSTs then. The hell's wrong with you? Of course she's pregnant. What's wrong with you?
I wish I had gotten one last sip of milk before she kicked the
I
bucket.
don't think that's how goats work.
I'm
but-
gonna say that the fact that you mentioned that, it's on you. I don't think that needed to be
You're
said,
fucked
but
up. You're fucked up.
I just hope that unborn goat, I hope that little baby goat still has a chance. Maybe it'll be preserved.
maybe it'll make it.
It's
You
fine.
watch-
It's fine. It trots off.
You watch the postnatal goat be devoured, still covered in afterbirth.
Ugh.
Whose fault is that?
We're on the horse now.
Yeah. So you guys are galloping.
I need to know if Darner notices whether or not my death is entirely at the hands of the person he just picked up.
Well, I said I don't need to talk about what just happened.
talk
So
later.
I recognize that something happened. I don't know if it was an accident. I don't know
It's kind
if
of
it was
in
on
full- you're
purpose.
full survival
Are
mode.
you saying
Yeah.
that there was wrongdoing on both sides?
I'm saying that
He super
Both
murdered
sides of the
me in
blame.
the
I'm
I'm
last
just saying, they're
game that
both
we
sides to
played.
blame.
And so I was 100% willing to take him down.
I'm just focused on surviving at this point. Once
It's a player vengeance, not a character vengeance.
I will admit, I'm on edge right now. Around Poppy.
What's the plan, little boy? What's the plan?
I mean, I'd probably be on edge even if that didn't just happen.
Little
but-
boy, what's the plan? Tell me the plan. What do we want to do?
Poppy,
So words are important.
Poppy, gallop on over the hill.
Oh,
So yeah, you guys are moving kind of around to like a north side and then going up the hill. Okay. Who's driving the horse?
No, Poppy.
I'm
I don't know how to drive horse.
Piloting the horse.
I'm
Okay.
piloting the horse.
Pull a card in order to urge.
And
What's the horse's name again? All right, pull another one. It's a very muddy hill.
Okay.
Very slippery.
Pull another one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, the grudges.
Come on, just pull it. All right, pull another one because hold on. All right. You make it over the hill. You see,
It's very slippery.
It's it's a real slipper.
you begin to you make it over the hill and you see begin to see grisly sights.
Oh,
You see corpses in this field before you, just
Close your eyes, little boy.
just eviscerated corpses.
No.
They wear English colors. They wear Prussian colors. They wear some of the. You see some
it's
of
our
them
buds.
might even be French. You're not sure.
Oh, maybe. Is there any sign of like a building somewhere or like a source, or does it seem like they just crawled up from these corpses and started marching on over?
Where do they get the helmets?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good
Are
point.
they just doing like a
You
hand them out?
why don't you pull one card? Just pull a card to like use your,
pull a
use
card.
your
To
glass.
spyglass.
To spyglass.
I'm spying for me life.
All right. You use your spyglass to
What?
spy about.
It's just about
and
me.
Your
You're
eye,
just trying
your
to
eye
kill me.
lands on
I'm not gonna stop
it's
him
a
from using his
horse-drawn
spyglass.
carriage.
I
It's
remember him fondly.
a metal-lined, like a metal horse-drawn carriage. The door on the back is open. You see a man sitting atop it, smoking a pipe.
Can I like tell what his nationality is based on looking at him?
Wow.
Like because of the
So
colors
you're-
that are on
no,
his
no,
jacket?
You're gonna roll to racially profile this guy.
No.
Because
I
of
already
the
rolled.
colors of his skin.
You see a
Let it be known
man
that when they say roll, they mean
on a
pull.
horse
Spoiler
trot
alert,
up
they're all
to
white.
trot up to the man on the carriage. He's wearing fine French regalia. He appears to be some sort of officer, some sort of high-ranking person.
Poppy, I don't know. I think one of these. I see a carriage. I tell her what I see. I think one of these people might be the
La
bad.
demon.
Le Demon,
Right.
The bad guy.
I don't know.
General Robert Messon.
If you wanna
hear
try
in
to-
the back of your minds, I don't know, from the old man who's
Rattling from the.
yeah.
There's a picture of him.
It's
Pasted over
his,
the
it's
sky?
his spirit on the wind that it just kind of flows.
Oh, he's
away.
dead.
Maybe.
He's dead now.
If we want to try to pull up alongside him, I could try to take a shot at one of them. It would be a 50-50 though.
Why don't we kill the? What are we gonna do to did this? Maybe if we take him out, all the other ones will fall down.
It's as good a chance as any. Heard you loud and clear.
He understands what I'm saying. Why don't
No,
you?
there's one of them. There's one of them that I know for sure is French. The other one, I can't quite tell.
Yeah,
So
if you kill the Frenchman, that's no problem. But if you kill another person, that's murder.
It's actually
Well,
weird. Then you
I
kill
mean,
the
we know
person.
that
That's killing a
the
human
name
at
of the
that point.
general, right? The general,
Yeah.
or the Damon guy.
yeah, he's a general.
He's French, right?
He's a French general.
okay.
yeah.
La demon.
La Damon.
General Robert Messon.
Masson. La demon.
Look, one of these guys is wearing French military gear. It might be the general.
Yeah, he's got a blue blanc rouge
Then
going
again,
on.
but the other one's sitting on top of a carriage like a fool. Is he smoking a pipe? Is that something? Did you say he was smoking a pipe?
He was smoking a pipe.
if
one
it's
of
not
them's-
opium, he's a fool.
Why does
Although
it have to be?
the military one's probably the more dangerous one. So maybe I should take a crack shot at him.
crack him up.
All right.
bruv.
Poppy, please pull as close as you can.
You drift the horse.
Screet.
Yeah, how close are you thinking here?
Well, I think that like the closer we are, the better the
I
shot,
think
but the
if we
harder
can
of a
get
pull
in
it would
within,
probably be.
like-
True.
Well, he's on a character. If we could pull it parallel to him, I think it'd be pretty difficult for him to turn around. You know what I mean? So if we're like 25 feet.
Here's what I'm gonna say. You guys are both going to have to pull in order for this to succeed.
All right.
The closer you are, the less you're going to have to pull, but the more you're going to have to pull in order to get the horse like in a more advantageous position.
Caleb, it doesn't matter because I have these 2 cards and I can use them for both of
Alright,
us.
that's right.
Yeah, the further away is the opposite. So.
Well, also, my little hunting rifle's got, maybe like pretty short effectiveness
Why
of
are
range.
you harming your chances?
I just
like
just
it.
being
No,
honest.
How far do you
being a
I
character?
think we need to be.
accurately shoot.
Just kidding. I have a sniper rifle and a mortar, and I also have a nuke.
Barrett 50 cal.
There's an AC-130
Just hit
flying
him with an
overhead.
A-bomb. So
If you could pull up as close as you can, and then I could just take the
I
shot.
need meter, son. I need meter.
Another thing to consider is that mine might not be sabotaged as easily, or it's less likely that my roll is going to be sabotaged.
I feel you, bruv. So
Although
let's
your
do, like,
2
a-
cards kind of cancel out those 2 cards.
Yeah, that's why he stalled the last time.
Theoretically.
So let's do like a. I'm feeling like a 25. Is 25 feet fine?
25 feet is great. Yeah, that's.
Hey,
I
pretty
think.
close, yeah.
Yeah, like 75 feet is like the range where I would start to like feel comfortable.
Okay, let's do like 50.
50 feet. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll start like
30
lining up the
meters.
shot as we're approaching.
30
All right.
meters
In
if
case
it
something goes
matters in
wrong.
this game.
4
Because
cards, 2 cards.
Okay, but first the 4 cards to see if maybe
Yeah.
mine becomes more cards if we
Exactly.
start to fall.
Exactly. Because she has to draw the 4 cards in order to get the horse there first.
carry on.
I also imagine that at this point the like the
Bring me
sun
a
is cresting over like the hills,
It's
and maybe
the-
light is starting to show.
It's
coming
well,
off the
it's the area is getting lighter. However, the sun hasn't begun to pierce anything yet because it still needs to burn off a lot of this fog that's in the way.
Fucking
So
fog.
while we're waiting for my shot,
You got a shot?
I got a shot.
Okay.
Shot.
Oh, a shot for a shot.
You are not taking away my.
Well, let's kill all these characters out first.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's 4. A pull of 4.
You got to pull 4.
I'm so nervous right now. Like I'm really afraid Charlie's gonna try to hurt me, and I really love Charlie.
You're gonna pull 6.
He's poised to strike.
I'm
You
just
can-
like
Keep it steady, Poppy.
all right, pull 1 more.
pull
Or
4
pull,
more.
Pull 4 more.
You could use your aces now.
You do
Wait,
have
everyone
aces.
fucking
Okay.
stop
all right, I guess
talking.
we're just gonna let her do this. All right, pull 4 more. Another king.
Just
No,
4
no,
more.
no, you
Use
got it,
cards.
gotta use.
I actually
These
got
are-
tricked by the cutout. Of
Actually,
the
very nice cards.
all right, 1.
1.
They're kind of fun. I like their plastic. Nice job, Caleb.
Another king. Another face
Oh
card.
dear.
I think this is how she died last time
Yep.
too.
Still 3 more to
I
go.
just gotta space them out just so.
Okay.
2.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Another face card.
2 more.
Just throw your aces down.
Charlie's just gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
negate them.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So you can do an hour
You just
later.
gotta pull it. Just pull
But the
it.
more cards you have to draw, the worse it's gonna be.
face card again.
2 more. Your shots arrived.
You want to take the shot and then do this? Yeah, we have Vulcan Rogue shot glasses now.
Ooh.
Super cool.
Ooh.
They sell them. We should probably get one. All right, you got 2 more cards to pull. Come on, Poppy.
I'm Poppy.
Hi, puppy.
Wow, come on.
3.
3 more?
No, 1 more.
3 done.
4. Just turn this face down.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, pull 1 more. Or you can just use an ace. It's up to you.
What?
Oh, she's going for it.
You can use an ace at any time.
No.
All right, she did it. All right, now. Okay.
All right.
All
That's what
right.
I did. So I still got one ace left. Fuck you, Charlie.
It's just in a
Fuck
grand straight.
you,
I played first, so you're gonna have
Charlie.
one left. I don't.
All right.
Charlie
You
John
just drew like 4 extra
Valentini.
cards for no reason.
All
It
right.
was a bumpy ride, but we pulled.
Yeah,
we
it
pulled
was-
close.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you pulled
2
4
cards.
extra cards for no reason?
All right.
2 cards.
I line up.
When I played one, you should have just played
Yeah,
both your aces.
you
so that
level the
didn't happen
shot.
when
You
were
level your
done.
rifle,
Oh, I see.
possibly on Poppy's shoulder in
Right.
order to get it.
On the military. No, I imagine I'm sitting in
But you might
front
have just
Oh,
condemned
as
your friend
usual.
to death
Yeah.
because you burned through more
No, but
cards.
I-
Yeah, fuck 'em.
I put my
I'm gonna
rifle
go
down
this
on the
alone,
head of the
man.
horse. No, that it would.
But I
We're
think my
galloping,
intention was to
so-
clean you out. I didn't want you to have to. I
Um,
wanted to clean you out so I didn't have to deal with you anymore.
I
Let's
All
deal
right,
with
you
it
guys.
later.
All right, let's.
Because now the deck's shorter.
I breathe in, and I start to squeeze the trigger.
As you exhale, 'cause that's what you're
Yes.
supposed to do.
Oh, I'm a perfect little scouty boy.
Oh,
I even.
that's right. You know.
Okay.
One.
I'm just gonna go
How
for it.
many?
I don't need.
Ty,
I just
how
one
many?
more.
It is one more. 2.
Oh, that's why they call you Deadeye.
You let off a shot
What?
at the general.
They call him Deadeye.
He's Deadeye?
Yeah. Did you know that? Deadeye
No.
Darner. It's a whole. There's a whole song about him.
I'll be dead soon enough.
Oh, it's still got
It's a fitting name.
Old Deadeye Darning. You know he's full of blarney.
Oh,
We
I
didn't
feel
really
you.
get much further than that because then you just drink a bunch of
He
whiskey.
stole-
and it's not really a song. You
Yeah,
sing
Snuck
it.
into the Dragon's Lair.
Got the ring.
Defeated
Defeated Gollum.
Yeah, I got you.
You know that he's got him.
I feel
Balls
you.
between his legs,
Oh,
etc.,
we're good.
etc.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
I feel you.
You let off a shot from
Crack.
the horse. From a
I
rifle.
think we got him, Caleb.
The rifle's aim is true.
But it's the right one.
Absolutely, it's the only way.
You hit
Got him.
the officer square in the in the chest, the chestal region, knocking him off of the horse
In his
and
genitals.
into the tall grass around him. He falls. The horse rears up and begins to gallop away. The man in the on the carriage drops his pipe and he turns around. He has a bushy gray beard and he's missing an eye. But in the eye's place is a strange rune-looking stone or metal or something. He looks at you, and the rune pulses slightly for a second, and then he throws the reins, and the carriage begins to gallop off.
So the man on the that we shot.
No, the man on the horse, the officer.
There's an
Yes.
officer on a horse, like guarding. And then there's the guy on the carriage.
I did actually need that clarification. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. We got it.
Different people.
So
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
carriage is the one with the
Well, I
rune.
thought there was actually
Yeah,
a man
yeah.
sitting on top of the carriage, like.
No, he's like on the, the
Oh, like
bench
on the
in front of the
front,
I
okay.
thing.
feel you.
Ichabod
Yeah, I was
Crane style.
imagining on top too, like in a
Yeah, I
little
was like,
chair
"Oh," I
drinking
was
some
like,
tea.
why are you there? That's stupid. Tyler, your
Tyler.
character's dumb.
Sorry, I didn't paint a good
So
enough
the
word
carriage
picture.
has people inside of it, presumably.
You didn't see what was inside. It was just metal lined, and it was.
But you did
And
say
the
that
door
the
was
back
open.
was open.
The back was open, but you could not see inside.
If we fall behind, we could see
But
inside.
if you fall behind, you could see inside.
Should we?
I let out a little wheeze of, Bobby, I did it!
Yes, you did. Oh,
Can he
jump
feel like
up there,
ghostly
good,
presence
good,
be
good.
proud of him?
You feel a ghostly hand on your shoulder, and almost paternal, but also spooky. You're filled with warmth and cold.
You're shivering just like the way your father provided for you, which is not well, so
Yeah.
you're always
Right.
cold.
You hear, not bad for a Scot.
Look, Poppy, we're all in on this one.
Is he Irish?
I feel like we should chase him.
Let's get him, punk.
All right.
What?
Punk.
That's not. Come on.
The bit is that I'm
you give
Aren't you an
chase.
actor?
Dench. No,
Sorry,
not.
actor.
As we're riding, I chamber another round,
Yeah,
which
you,
takes probably 45 seconds to a minute.
It takes a while, especially because you're on a galloping horse.
Right.
I take a lap. I do a circle.
around the carriage.
You're
So
giving
you're ready
chase to
to
the
shoot him
carriage.
again.
The grass is it's getting wild and tall, and the
Why are we
carriage
going
is
out
like
to the
boom,
scary
boom,
place?
boom.
It's like Jurassic Park
Yeah.
with the velociraptors.
You don't know what that is.
He says it in character, in accent. That is correct. That's what he said.
Behind you, and behind you in like a large circle, you see a semicircle. You see the grass moving, and as the grass becomes shorter in certain parts, you see the masked men giving chase behind you. They're running at full sprint, attempting to
Pop
attempting to
him,
get
boy.
you.
Pop him.
There's There's so many of them, Poppy.
No, just the man with the jewel in his head, you dimwit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about all the ones behind
one
us.
that counts, boy.
Okay. Are we close enough? Like, what's the situation
Okay,
looking
so
like?
you're giving chase like directly behind. You're currently directly behind the wagon, about I would say 50 feet away at this point, because he had a little bit of a head start. But the horse, your horse, is gaining ground. You can see the top, like the top half of his head from the other side of the wagon. But
got that monk
That's all you
hair.
can see. You can you only have to. If you want to get a clear shot, you're gonna have to get up to the side of him, or you
Okay.
can try and risk it and take the shot from here.
Okay.
How many-
Or we could try
or-
to pull up behind the wagon and jump into the opening,
Yeah, you can also try that.
and
Bandit style.
then I could shoot the horse to keep the weird mask guys off of us for a little bit of time.
So the metal lined
Shoot their
carriage.
horse?
No, shoot
our
your
horse,
horse.
because we're gonna be in the carriage now
Dietrich,
theoretically.
The metal lined carriage. Can I tell if there's anything in it that's flammable?
Oh, it's gonna be Mel and I again, and then
I think Caleb and Charlie, they're together.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've really connected through
My
the.
brother's name is Caleb, actually.
That's
Oh
true.
wow.
So yeah.
So when he likes too.
Anything flammable?
good.
I like both my brothers.
No, I know. I know you love.
You just see metal. It's hard to.
Okay, so there's anything. That is
Yeah.
in there.
Maybe they're gonna the masks are gonna grow into carriages.
What?
Maybe they're little baby carriages, and then this is how they make new carriages.
I like this folklore
is
like
good.
understanding of
Yeah,
how stuff works.
this provincial, like.
You've been in the towns too long, boy.
I'm sorry, I believe all the children's tales.
Oh well,
Poppy,
Right.
you're the one riding the horse. I want you to decide if we should pull around and shoot him or if we should jump inside.
Pull around and shoot him. That's really more of you drawing than me.
No, because you got to get ahead of them and line up the shot.
We are.
I think either way, we're both pulling.
You're both.
Okay,
gonna
let's
pull.
go into the carriage, and then whoever survives, I can take your gun if you die.
Right.
You
don't
will
know.
have a gun if I die.
Okay.
And you also my flame.
And I'll have to jump in first because I can't ride the horse.
Wait, are you
I
riding
also
a
have
horse
a-
and holding a torch?
Yeah, doy. My
And the
hair's
smoke
short
from the
now,
torch
so
is
it's
blowing
just kind of in
forward.
the back.
Yeah.
It's attached to my bodice. It's my corset.
Wait, why are you wearing a corset if you're a
My
nurse?
Because it's
Not
steampunk.
everyone wore a corset back then. You don't understand? that?
Nurses didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, that would be
Okay,
Well,
fuck it. What,
actually-
okay, enough. Caleb, you're gonna jump from the horse.
I am gonna jump first.
Okay.
I sling my
that's what we're doing.
I sling my rifle onto my bag
Oh,
that I still have.
expected,
Yeah.
Caleb, genuinely.
Really?
I didn't know that's what was gonna happen.
That we were gonna
You're
jump in.
Very brave. I'm jumping too.
Afterwards.
I mean,
Okay.
you don't
Well, I mean,
necessarily
we'll see-
have.
we'll see-
I
we'll
can't
take it.
control
Yeah,
what you do.
yeah, let's
We'll
see
take
how
this
you
on a
go.
case by case. First of all,
Okay.
Caleb, you need to pull. This is like you're jumping from a
I'll
horse
run rescue
onto
team.
a carriage at full gallop.
This is
That's-
my shining moment.
This is gonna be difficult. This
If
is
I
He's
only had
little.
an ace.
Ty, remember he's little and I'm
Ooh,
I'm
this is
a
gonna be
really
f-
good rider.
This is a 4. This is a 4-card.
It's a
pull.
4-card pull.
This
I
is-
can
this
take
is-
it. I believe in myself.
Good job, Caleb. You do it, buddy.
First mistake.
Okay, let's go.
No, you
I-
want to keep these out.
Why do I want them?
I want to keep these out.
Okay.
I clench, and
Oh,
I
and all right.
I feel the wind blowing between my legs and my weird gown that I borrowed from the
Kinda like-
church,
It's
Kinda
hot.
like
your
balancing.
shift that you're wearing.
and I leap.
Your smock.
1,
1,
Dude.
2,
It's just like in Space Jam where you're
Clap.
reaching.
3.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
no,
fine.
2.
2.
3, 4. Oh, you
My
sail through the air.
butt.
It's like in
In Zelda.
No,
The leaf.
Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller's Day Out. You're just like sailing through the air, and it kind of like cuts to and like does like the same shot over and over again. But eventually, you land inside the carriage with a roll, and
They're really short Groundhog's Day. But you don't understand that reference because you're provincial English.
I
boy.
mean, none of you would understand any of these references because this happened like 200 years later.
He was referencing Jurassic Park.
Jurassic.
My mother's favorite story that she told me.
About
The great dinosaurs. The leviathans of old.
the things that Satan planted in the ground so
Yes.
they could test us,
Trick us.
test us believers. Anyway, Mel, what are you doing, Poppy?
Oh, no,
Hopefully never talking.
Are you going to jump as well?
I'm
Are you,
saying it's
are you beckoning for her to jump?
I turn back and I look at her with my giant regular-sized eyes.
Wait.
I'm coming to get you, boy. I will find my way over that. I've got exceptional equestrian abilities.
Why?
Because I went to proper school. That's why I speak French. Duh.
Oh, of course, and that's why you're a nurse on a battlefield.
Because I
That-
left my family, who has lots of money, to
Okay,
donate.
Mary Sue. Are you going to jump or not? What are you doing?
I would
Muff-
say that having ridden in this high tension situation on someone else's trained war horse is proof that she has,
Yeah, sure, yeah.
exceptional equestrian skill.
Yeah.
I get that.
So I want my polls to
think it's more of
reflect
a-
that.
I think that's more of
Well-
a reflection of the temperament of the
I'm gonna
horse.
fucking jump.
And the
okay,
horse's
that's what I'm
owner.
gonna do.
Jump. Okay, so the jump isn't really about riding; it's more about jumping
Jumping. Ooh.
from a horse to a carriage.
Ooh.
So it's going to be 4 as well.
I was afraid it was gonna be more.
You know what? You're right.
See, now the biggest thing.
See, you were driving the horse, like you were riding the horse itself, and he was. So you were basically
A
keeping
horse
it
will
steady.
ride straight.
5.
A horse will ride
It's
straight if you're
5.
not
You're also
steering.
older. You're also older. You're
Yeah.
an older lady.
Remember, I'm like Dame Judi Dench.
Yes, but she is also an older
She's
lady.
like 60. She's not jumping from a horse to
He's
a
more
carriage.
fit than I am.
That only
I mean,
speaks
fit,
ill of
maybe
you.
fit in like the English definition of fit, like a
Yeah.
fit bird.
Yeah.
1,
1,
Wait, what?
2,
What kind of bird?
3.
You can keep
Oh,
4. Oh my goodness. Are you all right. I said 5 though.
yeah.
One more.
Damn it. I wish that was going to
I
be
was
the
like,
joke.
you could have just played one too.
She's got 3 aces over there.
All right, you land inside the
I
carriage.
cannot die.
You land
I
inside the carriage
cannot
as well.
die. I live forever.
All right, you guys are inside the carriage.
Like the next one's 6.
You notice that the carriage is very dark, and the only available
dark
light
in here,
sources
boy.
that could potentially come through is a very small like slits at the top corners.
Also, my torch.
Is your torch lit
Yeah,
still?
it's still lit.
Draw another card.
Oh, yeah. What?
Fine. Torch is lit. Fuck you. My
It's like-
torch is lit. You
I hope that
bastard.
was worth it.
It was. I'm gonna use the
Aye,
torch.
That is
I
a
don't-
life-saving card, and you did it to.
The
I
torch is one of the
have
only
two
things we
more.
have
You
at this
could have just
point.
said you
That's
lit a
true.
torch again.
We just got a torch and a
how?
gun.
With the gunpowder.
With any
What, how-
any way that you can explain it. But
I bet we
whatever.
would have had to pull something for that too.
Probably. You probably would have. But yeah, you have a lit torch in your hand after all.
Yeah, I do.
You see behind. You look behind you at what the fuck is the horse's name again?
Dandy Ditchford.
Dandy Ditchford. Dandy
McClintock.
runs off. You see Dandy runs off into out of your vision, and you see a small handful of the masked men break off and chase the horse. You don't see the fate of Dandy Ditchford, but
He's probably fine.
probably. Who's to
But
say?
in the
What about
unborn-
the what about the unborn baby
Baby
horse
in the-
in Dandy Ditchford?
Inside Dandy the Stallion's
Aye.
male empreg belly. Also fine.
the big old belly?
Good.
Yeah.
Got babies in it. Danny Ditchford.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah. You are alone inside the carriage.
So it's empty in here. It's
The
not
carriage.
like
The carriage is empty. However, you do see blood on the walls and excrement on the floors, and you also
there's
see
a poo poo in here.
you also see chains and collars open.
This must be where they do it.
What? Whoa!
Anything, really. But
So
make the masky guys.
the windows that we're looking at, we should not have gone in here. We should just
So are we like trapped in here pretty much? Are there any like doors that lead out towards the,
way
front?
the way
or-
you came in is basically the only way
But
out.
Caleb.
Okay, hey, I mean, here's what I think we should do. I think we should try to close the doors and wait until
Ride
the
it
carriage
out.
stops. Because it probably, whoever's riding this thing is on the
Whoever-
same team.
Where's his house? You know, like let's go there.
Aye, exactly.
Okay, let's go there. We're gonna go to
All right.
his
So you
house.
guys you close the door. You close the
Yes.
doors.
Quietly, we do it quietly.
All right. You do that. You quietly close the doors,
We didn't.
and you sit down inside the. I mean, it's just a thing.
We don't sit down because there's shit
Okay.
everywhere.
You stand. And
I
you
sit shit still.
You
I-
sit in the not
I
poop.
just sit, near the poop.
You
You're,
find you
you're
find
not concerned.
poop adjacent, not in poop, but close to it.
Sort of like
Send me
smudge
a
over
alarm. This is harder
I don't
when I
want to
get
touch that.
drunk.
You said touching it to move it away.
But it's the back of the hand, so it's
right,
okay.
right. So it's fine. Well, that's it doesn't count.
Yeah.
No, that's
Like
not what
this-
you use
all
to
this
eat.
Don't count.
This region is not.
Yeah, this is
it's
okay.
fine.
Like that, you don't have to wash
I'll
that
put
ever.
literally anything on this part
Yeah.
of my body.
Yeah. Gross things. You guys wait in the carriage. The carriage continues its gallop for a while, without stopping. At this point, the sun, you see the sun is peeking in through the tiny slits in the carriage. Eventually,
An old woman like me up all night. It's just like I'm a young girl again, boy.
the carriage is slowed.
I look at him suspiciously sexually.
Okay.
Not you, Caleb.
Yeah. Noted. You mean Caleb's character?
I
Boy.
it's the first time, honestly, that I've ever had a
Dark
glance
darner?
like that
He's like 14.
toward
so.
me.
Are you guys going to fuck in the carriage?
No, not on the shit.
No, I'm still wondering, if we're even on the same team after remembering what happened.
After
Although,
she pulled down.
although she's gained my trust back, to be honest, from helping me line up the shot and jumping in with me.
I have sex with him just. No, I don't do that. No.
Do I get to?
So
It's
what
a
happens
child.
is
It cuts-
it
is a
cuts
child.
away to
Still a child.
to the sun rising in like a kind of like a sped up fashion, like it's a montage kind of thing, showing the passage of time, and perhaps they might have boned. Who's to say?
But like,
I just want to make him absolutely sure that I'm trustworthy.
well, can
By
I?
sucking his dick? Yeah.
What if I?
No, just give him a handy. Just help him
Oh
out.
yeah, yeah.
You're
like,
so
I'll-
trustworthy.
I've
you'd
been
fuck a
kind of
child.
feeling like my character's probably tired by now.
Yeah.
Like, could I just be like, I guess I can talk. I don't have to use Scouts code, but I could be like, wake me up, when we stop or
September
something.
ends.
Like,
Sure,
I kind of want to take a
That's a
nap.
trustworthy thing I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just won't kill him while he's sleeping.
Yeah.
I do not have to
How
have sex
brave.
with him.
Okay, good.
I'm not going to.
Just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you
Yeah, I forgot.
you
the
doze off
security.
for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm awake.
You stay awake. But you're getting kind of sleepy too.
Well, I mean, that's for you to say.
Yes.
You begin to the carriage begins to slow down. It's now kind of early mid morning.
We
as
hear
you can
the
tell.
sound of like a garage door opening.
No, the wheels change from like mud and dirt sounds like to the clattering of cobblestone. It begins to kind of bump, and that jostles you awake.
Mommy. Oh no, wait. And then I remember that my mom died, and I get sad.
That is sad. But then you remember also
orphan.
the horrible nightmare situation
Yeah.
that you're in, and you're like, oh okay, this
Right,
is
I'm
even
still
worse.
In the shit cabin.
The sound turns to wood, and you can hear the
Get this wood out of my ears!
no, the sound. It sounds like there's the wheels are running over wood, and you hear the rushing of water somewhere. You might you
Probably below the bridge that we're clearly on
probably
right now.
probably. It sounds like you're going over a bridge.
Oh, we're going over a bridge, you boy.
The cart. The
She's
carriage.
been drinking her antiseptic.
Of course she has. The carriage stops, comes to a stop, and you hear the man get off the top of it. Like you could feel it kind of move a little bit. What do you guys do? You can't hear anything else. It's just the sound of water.
Get your gun ready, boy. Just like get it loaded, and then as soon as he opens, just
Why
would he open the empty carriage?
I'm
he
worried.
notices that it's closed, probably.
I'm worried that he's gonna dip us over into the bridge, but I still am going to do that because I think that it's more likely that he's gonna open it up.
Yeah, probably.
But I'm fucking scared because I'm like, I don't know
Yeah, I'm
what's
scared
gonna happen.
too.
So I just I slide into the back of the carriage and I prep my old gunny and I
You
get it
get 'em.
all. I just aim for the crack in the door
Yo,
and I wait.
Gunner-Rooney.
Okay, you wait. And you wait.
I've got my flame thing going.
Your torch is still alight after like 4 hours.
Yeah, it is.
Proud of it.
She pulled the card for that. Okay.
She did. I'm not
always-
taking.
should
We
we
don't
just-
take card pulls lightly.
I feel like you should have to draw a card to keep it little this time. For
I mean-
each hour.
We should.
You continue to wait. Still nothing. It's probably about midday
I add
now.
shit to my thing to keep it going. Maybe
you,
I
you,
don't
you,
do
pour,
that.
you put poop on
no,
the.
I thought maybe it would burn like
doesn't.
Like
cow
cow chips do, but that's because
Yeah.
they're dried and like
And
full
have
of plant
methane,
matter.
yeah.
And methane
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I'm feeling
Like human
that.
excrement. This is
So
human
let's
excrement.
move on.
Oh,
Let's
people
open the
who-
door.
people-
I would hold on, you guys.
Huh?
Let's open the back door. Let's just fucking do it. Caleb is
Do you want to just go for it?
Dander, yes. Let's do
Okay. You can open the door, but I'm staying right here. I'll cover you, but I'm gonna keep my shot lined up just in case.
You opening the door?
it. Yeah.
You open the door. The midday sun shines in, and you kind of like your eyes have to adjust. However, you seem to be on a bridge. You seem to be almost halfway on the bridge across a river that's kind of raging from the.
Is there
the
any? I'm looking for the
rains.
people. I'm really worried about the people.
Oh yeah, in front of you on the other like on the edge of the edge of the bridge on the cobblestones is a regiment of French soldiers with their rifles aiming at you. In front of them are one of them is one of the men with the runes on his eye in his eye, and then there's another with almost an identical rune, a different man. They are both holding like on a pole attached to a leash, two of the masked men who are kind of slightly pulling at the leash, looking at you guys. A man walks forward. The regiment.
Is
parts.
this like so that I can also see it, or is she looking like
You're
to the
both see it.
side?
You know,
okay.
it's the carriage. It's like facing the carriage.
Okay.
A man walks forward, trots forward on a horse through the thing, the parting of people.
We fucked.
A little bit.
I know.
It's a man. This man is.
Does he have a jewel in his eye?
He has two. His eyes are completely replaced by
Both
by
jewels?
these runes.
Shoot the fuck out of him. Shoot him now.
He has kind of like his military helmet is kind of styled a little bit, so it's reminiscent of the metal masks.
Darren!
It says, well, we found some stowaways.
Hold on, boy. Darren, shoot him.
Wait, Poppy,
Shoot him, Darren.
Poppy, lure him closer.
Darren.
Lure him
I will
closer
help.
so I can take the shot and then duck.
Bad Frenchman, come here.
He says, now prisoners, now you
No, you stop talking.
you traitors
Come
to the
here.
true crown of Europe.
Oh, I tell you, come here right now.
Traitors to the true crown of Europe. I have given you
And her name
three
is Queen
options.
Victoria. God save the Queen. God save her.
Now, the three options that I am going to give you.
What are they?
Well, the first one is to be executed the manner of any prisoner of war, which
No.
is by firing squad.
Well, I already say no to that
The
one.
second.
So real quick, based on our positioning and everything,
Yeah.
does he for sure see that I'm in there too, or does he, like, presumably if I'm in the very back of the car and she's standing right in front of it, maybe I would be
He doesn't
obscured.
see you, but he knows you're there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking to both of you, but yeah, he doesn't see you because it's a dark carriage. It's hard to tell what's
So,
inside.
Caleb, this is what I want to happen. I want you to peek.
Option 2.
Wait, hold on.
No, you hold on. I'm going to give my speech. Option 2.
Oh, wait.
Option 2.
It's a good bit.
You can be ripped apart by my creations like your other, how you say, English pig dogs.
Honorable soldiers.
Or the third option is you can contribute to the
You're
French
hurting
war
my
effort.
feelings.
Well, in your own small way. Come to my song. Become part of my experiments.
I will
Help
not
the true
hold myself
emperor.
out for you.
All right, now what are your plans?
What's
Okay,
your,
so here's the thing,
what's your
Caleb.
plan?
This
Yes.
is what I want to happen. I want you to. So I'm standing. I've got a big old skirt on because it's the 1800s.
Oh, am I gonna go underneath there and
No.
pretend to
I
be
want
hidden?
you to put your gun
Uh-huh.
over the edge of the. So like this is like the back. That's the back. You're
Okay.
gonna, like, peek your gun over that way,
Uh-huh.
and like they can't see it because it's behind my skirt, right? So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be like, no, you can't do that, and then I'm gonna like be like, boy, and then I'm gonna like lift up my skirt and like spread my legs. You're gonna shoot him. You're gonna get him.
I agree to this plan, but
Does that work?
please
No,
try to
it's-
lure him as close as you can before I take the shot.
Well, here's the thing: is I don't think this is gonna work anyway, because I'm. Wait, is he on the? He's on a horse, yeah.
Yeah.
This will work. I think this could work.
Well, just see if you can. Maybe if you pretend you're hard of hearing or something, and
I'm so sorry. What was
Put the tugger.
Sorry.
So you're trying to lure him close and hide him under your frock. So
No.
Oh, I
So
missed
here's
some
the thing,
stuff.
His gun is obscured by my body.
okay.
So. Yeah. Also, this man's eyes are jewels.
Yeah, they're jewels.
They're super jewels, so I'm not really worried about the visual.
Okay, so you're telling him to come closer.
Yeah.
He says,
I'm such an old.
he says, "You have no power in this negotiation. This isn't
Well,
even
you
a
said I had
negotiation."
3 options. I'd like to choose my option wisely.
Of course.
I'm
so
so
I will give
old
you
and
the
senile.
count of 5 in order to choose. You may die by firing
No,
squad,
no, no.
die by being torn apart, or become one of my experiments.
Just fucking now, dude.
pick 3. Pick number 3 and see what happens.
I pick. I pick. Now, boy, shoot. And I, like,
How far away? How far away am I?
You're not terribly far. I would
No,
say
you'd probably be closer than we were
it's like
last
Oh,
time.
30 feet.
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to draw to like get out of the way, and then you to draw to fire.
I'm just spreading my legs.
Yeah, just split yours and Mel's because Doug wants to give me
Right,
50%,
okay, yeah.
So it's like,
Cool. No problem. That works. So, what are Okay, so you're just lifting your skirt.
I'm spreading my legs. I've done it many times. As an old woman, I was married once. Duh.
Okay, to take the
Old.
shot, you're going to. Okay, pull. How many cards did I tell you to pull last time?
To take the shot?
Yeah, from 50 feet
It was
away.
4, yeah.
Yeah, it was 4.
Okay, this is draw.
It is a blind shot.
Just draw 3. Draw 3
Three?
cards. Yeah.
And so we're not doing a pull for getting out of the way, or is that going to happen after
You know what?
I take the
Actually,
shot?
yeah. In order to get out of the way, you need to draw. I'm gonna say you draw 2 cards. Just fucking do it. Yeah. Okay, Caleb, draw 3.
All right, here goes.
Caleb, I care about you. I'm sorry if you die.
It's okay. I mean, if I die, I don't know what you're going to do to get out of this, but
Die. I'm gonna jump off the bridge.
okay.
One.
1, 2,
2.
1 more pull.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh,
One more.
One
One more.
3. Oh my god.
He killed him. He got the boy. He killed him like good.
You aim as she lifts up her skirt. It reveals you behind, and you fire your shot, and it rings out, and it fucking just goes forward.
Fucking
This is
goes.
this is the longest we've ever played. You guys, it goes and it impacts the man.
The head, right? Get him
in
in the
neck,
head. Oh,
directly
boy.
in this side of the neck, and it goes through and through, and he grasps his neck and falls off of his horse. A bunch of men begin to tend to him, and they open fire on you.
I throw my blaze at them.
Your torch,
It's still lit.
30 feet. You throw it 30 feet.
No.
What do you do?
You could try to get in and close the doors. It's metal.
That's stupid, Caleb.
Why is that
Did you
stupid?
get inside of
No,
that
but
metal box?
Throwing the torch ain't.
Or we could jump off the bridge and try to swim to safety.
Let's jump off.
You want to
All right,
jump?
you're in front.
It's
Draw
on the
2
bridge.
cards. Among bullet fire.
Oh,
right.
easy.
All right, you make
You
it.
do it too, Caleb.
You
It's
make it,
easy.
and you jump.
Come on, Caleb. You can come too. It's great in here.
Woo! Thank you, Cass.
Cass,
Thanks,
bye.
Cass. All right, Caleb. 2 cards. Just
Do
like
I-
her.
Do I see her plop into the water?
You see
It's
her.
great, Darker.
You see her go
Tell me
over the
swim.
side. This is kind of simultaneous.
Okay.
almost. You see her go over the side in front of you as you're running.
Okay.
Unless you're not. Are you not running?
I am gonna jump off too because, ooh, or I don't know. Part of me feels like it would be less likely for them to catch up with you if I were to just If I were to sacrifice myself in this moment,
Do it, dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you have to draw and you have to succeed. If you draw a Joker, you live.
Wait.
It doesn't work, and they get both of you. They fish you out with
So
one of
you-
the big
so
sticks.
what's your plan?
No. I can't risk losing the intel that we've gotten from this. You know, this could be the one person that could come back to our queen and tell her of the dangers that lurk out here.
True.
So I come out,
Our queen, not our
I step out with my hands up, and I approach.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I also leave my rifle and my spyglass. No, I keep my spyglass
Yeah,
tucked.
yeah.
You'd love that shit.
Yeah,
Pull 3 cards.
for them to not just instantly murder you.
Actually, pull 2. Pull 2
Pull
cards.
2 cards?
Pull 2
Okay.
cards. Oh.
2 more.
One.
One more.
Oh!
Oh, there.
Is it in
No.
there, Tyler?
Okay. It is in there. Holy
There.
shit. They have fired
Bad
their
Only
shuffle.
2
revolver,
cards left, by
and
the
at
way.
this point they march forward and they take you into custody. They grab you.
Wait, they fire their volley?
No,
so
no,
they
they have already fired their volley. Like when they were firing. Once they ceased firing, and they march forward.
Now I look
and
like
they,
a dick because I ran away from you.
and
Yeah.
they take you into custody. Mel, that river is very what's the word? Very rapid. And very,
No!
very
No!
I need you to draw just 1 card.
Oh, there's only 2
Yeah.
cards left.
My flame is still going.
Sure it is.
Ugh!
Oh, you lived.
You can't kill me! You can't kill me, you fucking bitch! You can't kill me, you bitch!
You wash ashore
Can't be
downriver
killed.
somewhere a couple miles downriver.
Can't be killed. Cannot be
You're
killed.
battered and
I'm
exhausted
so anxious.
and tired.
I'm gonna start crying.
You're a couple of forms are looking down at you. You see they come in division. You see a bunch of
It's the
men,
queen!
white. You see it appears to be in your eyes the queen, a glorious angelic being. However, it's men in white and gold uniforms. It's the Prussians. They speak in some sort of German language to you, and you wail at them that you need to go see an officer, an English officer, to talk to the queen.
England!
What?
And that is where we are going to end for tonight.
What? Are we gonna do this again?
No.
Okay. So can you just give us a epilogue?
Spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw that card.
I mean, I think we know I think that's my
The
card.
Joker was the very last card.
Nice
Oh.
shuffle,
in the-
idiot.
I know, right? Holy
So-
shit.
Wow.
It's so yeah. What happened as an epilogue? No one quite knows what happened to what was your name?
Darner.
Darner. No one quite knows what happened to Darner. However, the time that you made them spend by arresting you and stuff allowed you to safely get downriver in time to
I
reach Prussian
won.
forces and alert the king's army of the French
Did
plot.
the guy with the jeweled eyes, did he die?
No one quite knows what
Tyler,
happened.
just tell
to
us.
Robert Masson.
Maybe I'm the new demon. Maybe Darner gets the jewels in his eyes.
That's probably
to
what
say?
happened.
Who's
That's
to say?
probably
Yeah.
exactly
I
what
They
don't
put
happened.
fucking jewels in
I don't know.
anybody's eyes. I'm just saying.
There's a quick little vignette. Napoleon has been arrested and is being held at a trial.
Chuck, this is your thing.
I'm not Napoleon.
Yeah,
Why is this
he's
my
being,
thing?
He's being held at trial by the European coalition,
You're asking about it.
headed by the English. There's a hill in the night overlooking it. You see English soldiers around, guarding around. One of them nudges the other, who's sleeping, leaned up against a building, and he's like, "Hey, what's that up there?" And they see a man standing on the top of the hill, with a short man,
You?
a young man,
I don't know, maybe.
with 2 glowing gemstoned eyes.
Caleb, they got you.
Behind him are masked men.
Caleb.
Dozens of masked men.
Caleb.
Hundreds of masked men.
Caleb, that's you. You did this.
And the credits begin to roll.
Yo, my eyes got an upgrade. They were always my favorite body part.
Great looker.
As a ghost, I look over the scene and I smile fondly at our newly misshapen mutant friend. And do I know where she is?
I'm a
generally,
midwife
as
now.
As an omnipotent,
Yeah.
I'm
you
a
know where she
midwife.
is.
There's
I just extend a middle finger in that general direction at
There's
all
a-
times.
Across the
So I'm a
horizon.
midwife now, and there's a stinger at the end of
You're
the
killed
credits.
by the baby.
And the baby comes out of
It's
the mom.
a goat.
And it's a baby, but it's got the crystal eyes.
Oh, that makes no sense.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's a goat. That makes a lot more
Yeah,
sense.
no, that was. You're right. Okay, so that's gonna be the end of our game for
Sweet
tonight.
Jesus.
That was a long one. That's
That was
probably
a
the longest
fucking
one we've
nightmare.
played.
Beefy.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Caleb, for joining.
Hey,
us.
you guys,
I
Can't
hope you
believe
had,
you survived.
I have
hope
a
you had
question.
good time.
Oh, I did.
I have a question for you guys.
What?
What does where does a mansplainer get his water?
Where?
A well, actually.
Nice.
Nice. Well, actually,
Sign us off now.
No, can
No,
I
okay.
do like a little plug or something?
go
at
for
some
it. Please
point?
do, please
yeah, I mean, I have a stream where I stream myself playing video games. It's twitch.tv/KKPlayPlay, CAYPLAY.
Pretty good.
You should
Pretty
check
good.
it in.
I like
I do Tuesday and Wednesday nights, so you know.
hey,
you want
and
to
then
see
we
more
do
action.
Thursday nights, so
Caleb,
Tuesday,
you should
Wednesday,
probably
Thursday.
stream us.
So now you can
Or,
cancel your
yeah,
Netflix
you should-
subscription.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right,
We
yeah,
can do, we can
3
kinda
nights
do
a week.
We
You
can do a
should-
host and host alike too. If we can host each other's streams.
Oh,
so
yeah,
if
one
you
of us
plug
is
us,
online.
because
For
this
sure.
is useless plugging, I feel. Oh,
No, it's not.
No,
It's
no,
not
we've got
useless.
lots.
Hey, we not all of our wonderful
I was
viewers.
actually going to share this
Yeah.
on Reddit.
Ooh.
For you.
yeah.
is it
Holy
Reddit worthy?
shit!
Probably added out this last bit.
Yeah,
but-
probably me dishing on our stream is.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Caleb, for
Shout out
joining
to
us. I hope you
Thank
had a
you,
good
Caleb,
time.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for making this the not only the longest, but perhaps one of the best of our.
It's really
of our
entertaining. I
month
had a lot of
spooks.
fun, at least.
I had a great time.
I'm
Charlie,
sorry,
did you have
Charlie,
fun?
that you died so.
I did.
So
I died really
on.
early, and that sucked. I couldn't understand a word you were saying the whole time.
That's true.
I
You
really.
were speaking utter gibberish.
Caleb knew what I was saying. That's why he lived.
Because he's an actor. He's like, I can interpret generally what these are supposed to be.
I get it.
I can make.
I made
something
the
out of that.
shapes of the sounds. I think Caleb just took those and he molded them into
I mean,
something.
my character speaks mostly in symbols anyway.
Yeah,
so
wingdings.
it's like- yeah.
Yeah.
Smiley face playing 2 towers.
So I just
No.
wanted to say, the start of our month, we played a Grin game, and everyone died. Last
Well,
week,
it should be.
Last week we played a Dread game, and all but one person died.
As it should be.
So 2 people died. This time, only 1 person died. Maybe next week, all of you
I've
guys
died
will
every
live.
game.
That's
You
no
have.
fun. That's no fun.
You've died first every game.
I've died first and only in some of them.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm a risk taker.
We'll see what happens next week.
No,
in our
you're
month of
not.
Spookies.
Yeah.
You played
thanks
safe and
again,
then you
Caleb,
come out to
and,
get me.
Yeah.
I
We're
played
gonna
Spooky
end
Justice.
now.
Garbo
We're gonna end the
BBs.
stream now. Cut the cord.
Oh.
Have a good night, everyone.